and welcome to our 54th session of Pathfinder. No, it's 55th session, I forgot to update that number. So 55th session of Pathfinder. Tonight we have everyone else online, as you can see by the empty room. We have Annie.
Hi, I'm playing Nexa, a half-orc barbarian who's on the brink of death.
Which is always fun in games. We also have David.
Okay. I am David. I play Bellat, absolutely no reception this evening, Silvertongue. The all-round great guy, saves party members all the time, and has never had once had his loyalty questioned.
Next up we have Jeremy.
Good evening all. Yes, I'm playing Cordar, the elven half-human try-hard hero of Sandpoint. He's attempting to live up to what he believes the Pathfinder Society should be, even if it's not quite what he actually found out it was.
Hey, you rarely find out what something is about when you're at the ground floor.
You have the old phrase, never meet your heroes.
There's that too. Also online we have Mark.
Hi, I'm Mark playing Sparky, the Dwarven Rogue, excellent halfling rogue. I'm here just to keep the comical value for the team.
So is that the slapstick of you get knocked down and you get up again?
This character's supposed to last a little bit longer than one, right?
That's Nexa.
She did go down. So he did go down twice last session. We have also online Martin.
Yes, I'm playing a wild druid, also an animal druid, and I'm also very, very poorly as far as hit points go.
You have taken quite a beating.
But I haven't used up any of the team's resources, like battle medicine and that sort of thing.
You can still have battle medicine used on you by various party members, so that's not too bad.
Yep.
And finally online we have Victor.
Hello, I'm Victor. I'm Brazilian, and I am playing a human Shaonti Oracle of the Cosmos. That's Luna. And in the eyes of the party, I am a top model of Victoria's Secret. Anyway, that's totally irrelevant. And that's it.
Okay, party members are currently doing some storyline out of Curse of the Crimson Throne, Pathfinder Adventure Path that was rewritten for Pathfinder 1. Because the original one was done in 3.5. And
oh really? I didn't know that.
It was the first Pathfinder Adventure Path was the fifth one. Council of something, I think it.
Council of Thieves.
Council of Thieves. That was it.
And all good things come from 3.5.
Yeah, and it's actually quite well written, considering it was a rewrite. So, party members are in Korvosa trying to help out the Crown by stopping the war between the city of Korvosa and the Shawanti in the region. The grandson of one of their famed shamans, Thousand Bones, has gone missing, and he was last seen dumped in the boneyard where you find drag marks leading into a place called the Dead Warrens, where Thousand Bones had seen with visions that you would be having to travel to. While there, you managed to find the legs of the person while fighting a creature you could not identify. And I'm just confirming it was legs and hip.
I really tried. Didn't work.
And the name of the grandson was Gaiken. That was a
Gaiken.
person you were trying to actually find.
But he's not very talkative anymore, so we identify him by his tattoos
Yep,
and the age of the parts.
that too. So you've moved on further into it, where you managed to come across a trapped hallway and almost set it off multiple times, working on that one still. Fought a couple of undead constructs. Hard to tell if they were undead or constructs. And then deal with a more Darrow and Ogrekin. So in the middle of fighting the once you finish the fight, fighting the Ogre King, you were attacked by a spellcasting wizard, by the looks of things, who lightning bolted the party, and you managed to take them down and get beaten up in the process. Last session had you trying to explore a bit further, but not actually getting very far.
I'd make one small correction on that from Cordar's perspective.
Yep.
From what he's seen of the crown of Korvosa at the moment, he's definitely not doing this for the crown. He's doing this to help out the commander of the city watch, like Cressida, and also to prevent war with the Shoanti that would just cause unnecessary death on both sides. But, okay. The crown does not seem like someone worth working for at the moment.
Is that because of their association with Pinwinkle?
Well, that, and the idea that they claim that they've captured or recaptured, no, captured a what Cordar believes to be a perfectly innocent girl accused of murdering the king.
And they claim to have captured her while you're still in her presence.
That's right. So obviously they've got other
Fish to fry.
plans going on. So
Okay, so
the important thing at the moment is to find the body of Gaiken and stop the war, even if it might help the crown.
that is true. It's just happened to be a good bonus for them that they get to you get to help the crown while saving the city.
Yes. So I believe that we're still in a room that was just off the trapped hallway, and there are, well, we now know of 3 potential exits. Is that still the room we're in?
Yep, there's the exit to the south, the trapped corridor to the west, the corridor where you fought a whole bunch of Darrow to the east, and the secret door to the north. That doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Which is where the magic user came out of.
That is correct.
And we've effectively just finished another combat, haven't we?
You have just finished another combat.
We've got the bodies piling up in this room at the moment.
You do.
Can I have a question, because I wasn't here last week? The trap corridor, did I try to attempt to disarm it or anything?
Would you like to go in there and try to do so?
No, did I attempt
Right
it at all?
now, I think
Not
it's a bad
last
idea,
session.
but
Well, you did spend a bit more time in there than some of the rest of it. The trap corridor was the one with all the skulls that were blowing gas at people.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah, I got you. Remember now. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
So,
Okay, that's all I need to know. That's all. I didn't know if because I remember I didn't disarm that one. Okay, gotcha.
okay, so I think that Cordar had started to look down the passageway that the Darrow had come from.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to go on around the corner and away. Oh, that's right, because we started down there and we got more Darrow come towards us and we got caught in a narrow corridor, didn't
You
we,
did
during
get
the
caught in a
combat?
narrow corridor.
Yeah.
And so you've basically got what appears to be 5 different ways to go from the corridor intersections.
Right.
So from where you can see it, it goes north and then branches left and right. and it goes south, east, and then branches left and right.
Okay. Now,
Besides also coming in from the southwest, which is where the previous battle had happened.
Yep. Now the passage to the south in that room where we had all the combat,
Yep.
was that another tunnel or was that a worked passage?
That was a door, and you didn't actually open it.
Okay.
I believe there was attempts at it. You failed and
That's
decided to
right,
move
yes,
on.
it slipped over and that's when the wizard came in from the other direction, I think, or something, wasn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
and you never returned to the door.
Which is why Cordar didn't get affected by the lightning bolt because he was conveniently on the ground at the time.
That was true.
Yeah, you forgot the part that David almost died laughing.
Well, that's right. David attracted the other people by laughing too loudly.
That's relevant too. Okay.
So,
I'm sure you mean Bellas because David would do something so silly, and by Bellas, I'm sure you mean somebody other than Bellas because Bellas would do something so silly.
in which case then, perhaps Sparky might see if she can, or he can open the door.
What was the problem we had with the door before I got there?
Cordar fell over while trying to open it, and made everyone burst out laughing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's. I was wondering if it was like you said.
Like,
That's what I thought.
so it was technically say Cordar attempted to gently nudge the door, just checking to see whether it might have been stuck, and apparently managed to slip on some blood that was on the floor.
And then a lightning bolt went off, and all bad stuff happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
all Cordar's fault, is the moral of the tale.
Oh, look, I'm happy with that response. Okay, well, I'd like to see if, one, can I... So he attempted to push the door open, or did he attempt just to break the door open?
Hard to tell.
It was a push, but...
Yeah. Okay. And it was locked, was it, when you found it pushed, or...?
Well, it's like, the point is, it didn't budge when I pushed it, but that was probably because I was slipping rather than actually not applying force to the door.
Okay, I'll see if I can open the door with some thievery skills, I suppose, Martin.
Okay.
Assuming that it can't be moved.
You pull out your picks, and you're a bit puzzled because you don't find a lock on the door.
Okay. Can I touch the handle of the door?
Yep, you have managed to find the handle for the door and touched it.
Can I attempt to open the door?
You can attempt all you like. How would you like to attempt it?
I'd like to push the door inwards.
It doesn't move.
Can I pull the door towards me?
It doesn't move. And you've got an audience behind you just watching and taking notes, I'm sure.
Oh, that's right. I'm just. I didn't fall over.
Hey, moron! Try turning the door handle.
I will try to turn the door handle then.
It doesn't.
Have to be that serious.
It doesn't turn.
Doesn't turn. Okay. See, it doesn't turn there.
So it's not locked, is that what you're saying? It's just it's stuck.
It's stuck. Needs some physical effort. I'm going to step back now.
So,
Watch out for the blood. Okay.
okay, so is it feasible for Nektar and Cordar to work together to give the door a good shove after ensuring that there's no slippery spots on the floor?
I am happy for that, though it would be an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm happy to make it advantage if you're working together.
So we both roll?
One of you rolls, and you take the highest of the two rolls.
I think we've probably both got +9, haven't we, Nexa or Annie?
Athletics. +8.
You're +8? Okay. I'll give it a try then. Just on the fact that I know we're not just yet.
And David was trying to ask something?
Bellas prestidigitation and a small brightly lit sign saying headbutt here appears on the door.
So, Cordar gives it a shove with the shoulder again, and gets a total of 26.
Okay, so after all this effort, the panels break on the door, and the door opens, and you realize it had been nailed shut.
Right, okay. So not just stuck, but barred as well. Yep.
That can't be good.
On your side, mind you.
I feel okay. That still can't be good. But anyway.
So I would have thought that might have been noticed when someone was trying to actually find the locked picket thing.
I did the best head to the door. I was just looking at. I didn't say that at any stage.
Okay, right. So the door, the door is now broken.
The door is now broken,
Should have
and
done roll.
inside the room is in shambles. There's broken crates and shelves strewn all over the place. Food stuff, firewood, and other supplies all over the ground. And you can see what appears to be a large creature in the room.
Sorry. I was expecting something like that. Barred door must be good.
Well, there was no sound coming from it before, so
There's no sound coming from this creature either.
yeah.
Maybe it's a puppy.
Maybe it's a vampire. Not the right character.
I can switch to that if you like. I'm only halfway there.
Look, we're giving him too many ideas. I think.
Maybe it's a lucky. Oh no, that's
Is that where I say flame on?
look, we didn't start the fire.
You
Well,
did stuff. Fine.
Bella usually does start the fire, by the way. That's it.
Sorry, just trying to find which book it was in.
No, Pinwinkle started the fire. Thank you very much.
Pinwinkle's a part of this party anymore, so therefore cannot be blamed for any of those previous actions.
No, Bellas was the one that burnt the Leshy.
He did burn the Leshy
No,
down.
that must be Pinwinkle. That's what I'm talking about.
True.
Yeah.
Next have a great memory.
The tall Pinwinkle. Because Pinwinkle's known to be a tall human.
Tim Wankle.
Didn't have breakfast this morning. That must be Pinwinkle's fault. Shouldn't forget.
Okay, so you see a creature that appears to be a amalgamation of parts stitched together.
Vampire and puppy.
Sure, vampire and puppy. It looks like he wants to bite you.
It's a venom puppy.
That's fine if we're talking a puppy's body with a vampire's head. That means it's a bit oversized for the body and it's like to making noise. We can't
So
move.
it looks like it's got a head of a Doberman with claws of panthers. And
I don't know what that word is.
legs of what appears to be wolves.
Mhm.
So I'm sure there's some form of vampire in there somewhere. So as a glowing red, does that help?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Nexa
You're a
and
Doberman is a breed of dog.
I would probably go with Doberman's fine.
So are we
So-
talking initiative?
I'm talking the two people who opened the door first get a saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
Fortitude.
Fortitude. 24 for Cora.
I'm trying to math. 16 plus 8.
24. Same as
There you
me.
So apparently someone had called out for you, aren't you, Lucky? You do get a horrid stench coming from the room, but luckily for you, it's not too horrid.
Oh.
Nothing worse than what Pinwinkle's done. And then I will be asking you to make so both of you get athletics as your initiative, where everyone else gets perception.
22 for Cora.
Oh, where's my dice? Oh, it's right there. I'll be right back. 1 second.
Only 19 for Nexa.
20 to start.
9 for the climb.
20 for Parky, 7 for Barrack.
Oh, 17, 27. Luna.
So have you got a fan going in your
Yeah. If I position myself badly, you all can hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh good, I was just asking. Because I'm hoping I was not imagining it. Okay, so the creature in the room gets to go first.
No. Please, Mr. Creature, don't kill us.
It charges and tries to bite our. Let me see. Odd goes for Nexa, even it goes for Corda.
Corda was in front, so.
Odd goes for Nexa.
Classic.
Okay, Corda was the one that was actually doing the main push through the door.
Both of you were working together.
Okay.
So that is hits armor class 30.
That's easily a hit.
It's probably a critical hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, critical hit's going to be nasty. So, base damage of... So, base damage of 11. So that's 22 damage on Nexa. As a critical hit. I think that means Nexa's down in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, is Nexa dead?
Well, we'll find out. So before anything else happens, Nexa gets a slight reprieve as she has a experience with her god. So, which god does Nexa believe in? Did Nexa actually write a god down?
It says not set on my sheet.
Well, apparently the god of lust is interested in you.
Oh.
That's fucking rude.
You can't skip it. You can't
So,
skip it.
so while you get bitten by this creature, you find yourself in a room with Pinwinkle.
Oh, hi, Nexa. How you going, Nexa?
Well,
That must be Helden.
What's Pinwinkle doing?
You probably don't want to know, but he is representative of the goddess, god of lust, and he does have his demonic hand.
Demonic what? Hand?
Yep. Apparently, it works faster than normal.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
well,
This is funny.
It says, "Welcome to the afterlife." It is.
interesting.
As you had not made any, leanings towards any particular god, he decided to speak up for you and see if you'd like a better deal.
He...
What's going on?
Oh, it just made me dribble.
Have a look at the chat on Skype and you'll see a nice picture pop
I
up.
just saw the chat. I'm sorry, I missed it first time.
I had worked images, by the way. That was the tame one, okay?
oh,
Mm-hmm.
I am dry.
Well, if you can offer me as good a deal as he offers my sister, I'm listening.
Sure. What would you like to do for the god of lust to be a more loyal servant?
I don't know, Nex is not that smart. He's not actually creative. What's the
Next is
suggestion?
gonna be a fun boy.
Well,
Yeah.
the suggestion is basically a heap of offspring in the name of the new god.
No, I don't think Nexa would go for that. He's pissed at his dad for fucking everything that moved.
Well, they are, they are
Yeah.
suggesting that you outdo your dad and have more offspring than he did.
Yeah.
Surely you can do it better than he did.
Well, next I could do it and be a good dad. Could have that, fill that house that he's got with a bunch of kidlets. Yeah, look, Nex is pretty paternal. But if he has kids, he's going to be like a good dad.
Well, they can guarantee you have lots of kids.
Oh, shit, let's do it. Let's hit up welfare.
Okay. So,
Hey, bonus, hell yeah.
while you'll see, everyone sees Nexa go down at that point, and we'll continue on with the story, and we'll bring Nexa back in a moment. But the creature then goes for Jeremy. Or should I say, Korda. And hits armor class 27.
27 will hit.
Okay, that's 2d. That's not a crit, I'm hoping.
No, not a crit.
Okay, so it does 14 points of damage.
Mhm.
And you get to make a fortitude save.
21.
Just checking. Just had to note something down. Nothing to worry about there.
All good.
I'm sure you won't worry about that whatsoever.
I'm not going to bother him. What he doesn't know won't hurt him.
Okay, so. So it moved, it attacked, it ends its turn. Next person up is Luna.
Okay, what we will do is...
You've just watched Nexa go down with what you see is a killing blow.
Okay, what Luna will do is... She will focus on her goddess. And she will focus on her power of the cosmos and the darkness and stuff. And she will try to touch... what's the name of Kodar? Am I close to Kodar?
Not unless you were standing next to the door.
Okay, I will use one action to like go between go there and like touch Kodar.
Yep.
But I'm not going to be between Kodar and the monsters because
That is fair.
They will certainly die if she does that. But I will cast Cloak of Shadow and Kodar.
Okay.
And the third action, Luna will try to step away.
Is Cloak of Shadows a single action?
Yeah, Cloak of Action is a single action.
Okay.
And now I am currently enfeebled too from that effort. So I am more squishy than ever. So I will step away. My last action will be that.
Okay.
What happened is probably Kodar will gain some kind of cover, right?
I don't know. You've just cast Ghost of Shadows. That is what you should be telling us.
That's a focus spell. Okay, what happened is he is basically concealed. Okay, and he can use concealed to hide, but that's not a thing he might do. He just got concealed. That's the only benefit. He can move the cloak and stuff like that, but that's only like flavor.
Presumably it's concealed against visual, or is it concealed against all forms of...
Visual, let me check. Cloak handles 20 feet emanation to bright lights of visual.
visual?
Oh, that might suck for everybody else. Because 20-foot radius is everything is dark now. Everything is in dim light, not dark. Okay?
And so is that actually on Cordar, or is it cast on Cordar Square?
Touch. Yes, to touch one willing
It's
creature.
on you. Yeah, I touch on you, and the thing rolls on you. It's an actual cloak. You can actually like you can move it like Harry Potter and stuff. Okay.
So, so everyone is now seeing everything in dim light,
Yeah.
and that means everything has a mischance. Okay.
Does the concealment affect Cordar?
It does. It affects you. It affects everything.
Magical darkness, so this could be out.
So everything is considered concealed in that region. So the entire party is concealed.
Probably I did step away since I moved, but.
No, it's all good. You're saying everyone's concealed and it is Cordar's go.
Yeah.
I will take a swing at the creature.
So flat check to begin.
I've got a flaming sword and low light vision.
Okay, so low light vision meaning dim, you can see perfectly fine in dim vision, you don't have concealment against you.
That's what I thought, yep.
It's where low light is better than dim, sorry, dark vision in this case, because dark vision would also be obscured.
Yeah. So, AC 26.
AC 26 is a hit, not a crit.
Also, there's a problem there. If your sword is magical, and if it actually emits magical light,
Well,
counteracting.
no,
Sorry, I'm just going to answer a phone. Sorry.
it's not so much emitting the magical light, it's just putting out light caused by flame. So, I expect that the flame is not magical.
Yeah, it's temper. So, it's okay.
9 points of magical slashing and 3 points of fire.
Making sure it can take that damage.
No, it's not. It's that. Yeah.
Okay, Jeremy, roll an extra 4d6.
An extra 4d6.
Yep.
11, 15, total of 18.
So 18, and how much did you do previously?
9 points of slashing and 3 points of fire.
So that comes out at, if you add them together,
So total of 9, 12, 30 points damage.
pretty good rounded number. It's still going.
Was it obvious as to why it seemed to take a much bigger blow from the sword?
It seems to be very flammable.
Okay. Plus 7, AC 22.
That is still a hit. So roll an extra 4d6 on top of your damage again this time.
Yeah, and 46 isn't nearly as good. Where are we? 9, 13, 18, total of 22.
22. Okay. And it's still going.
Not surprising, and I'll use my third action to raise my shield.
Okay. Then we're up to Sparky.
Corner, I'll call out for says, get Nexa back and I'll hold the door.
Okay. Next is big. I don't think I'll be able to move.
That wasn't directed at anyone particular, it was just Corner making that statement.
No, that's fair. I'm just thinking that a strength 8 rogue really can't pick up a half orc. But anyway.
You're both medium-sized creatures. Technically, you're the same size category. You have the same chance of moving that character as you do any other medium-sized character.
Dex is gonna knock Sparky up.
What the fuck?
Literally.
Sorry, that just struck my old comments or thoughts I had. How far away from Nexa? Like a 5-foot step, or is it more?
I would say you'd probably be a move to Nexa.
Yep. And then I want to drag Nexa away with my next 2 moves.
Okay. So, as you're dragging Nexa away, you do notice that Nexa's head is facing the wrong way at this stage.
No, I'm just dragging her away.
You do notice that.
I do notice that. I feel a kind of strange feeling of Nexa's going to do something to me later, but that's anyway, do I need to roll any sort of rolls, Martin, on this one?
No, I'm happy to say you are strong enough to drag a friend out of danger.
Okay, I'll drag it as far as as possible. So
Okay.
yeah, I moved 20, so I expect maybe it's half speed.
I'm happy that you've moved to 20 in total over 2
Okay.
moves. So,
okay, I'm done.
it's now Balath's turn. How shall Balath save the day? With fire, I hear.
What, you said you're going to fireball everyone, including Jeremy? Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah? Okay, I'll try.
I believe he's on mute at the moment. I believe he's just dropped out. Hopefully he's about to pop back in again.
I can get a soundboard up and pretend to be Bella and just say what he does, but really want to.
Okay, so while we're waiting on Bella to the return, I will have Barak go. What would Barak like to do?
What's happening? Am I...
Martin's character, waiting
Oh,
on...
okay. Sorry. I thought that was...
Barak.
or something.
It's okay, it's Barak's character, so...
He said he had to talk away for a phone call.
All good. In which case,
Yeah.
we will pause that one as well, and it comes around to Nexa's turn. Nexa has a pain in her his neck and wakes up looking down at the ground.
Is my head facing the right direction?
It is now,
Okay.
but a moment ago it was facing the other way. That's why you got a pain in the neck.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I had to snap my neck back into place or not.
Though you also have a feeling that you're being definitely visited by the god of lust, considering how you're currently feeling.
How's she feeling? Am I...
I know
Yes,
what's like.
Oh. Okay.
Should I put the bell to chastity on now, or what?
I have a raging green boner.
With sound effects to go with it, apparently.
Hang on.
Like a boing. But we're still in combat, right?
You are still in combat.
I'm not about to fuck a dog, like, what am I trying to do?
That's completely up to you. You feel invigorated, though.
Alright,
Well-
I'm gonna hungrily at the closest female and then redirect my attention to the combatant.
Okay, closest.
Remember, what Martin hasn't said is you've woken up, but not what state you're in other than
Yeah.
morning.
I've woken up and I've got morning wood.
That's right, but exactly how damaged are you still?
You're not sure.
Still
You just feel
pretty
invigorated.
damaged. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll charge at the thing that just killed me with my axe.
Your axe is with the thing that just killed you. Apparently, they didn't drag you and your equipment.
Would I be able to charge at it, grab my axe, and swing, or is that too many moves?
Nope, you can charge. Spend an action getting your axe and then attacking. That is perfectly valid.
Yeah. Alright, what do you got? Oh, so rolled a 17.
You rolled a 17. Total of 17.
No, what do I add to an attack, sorry? So I rolled a 17.
Okay, you should.
You've got plus 10.
Plus 10, remember? Yeah.
Which will make it a 27.
Yeah.
You do hit, but not critically hit.
So still roll 2d12 then? Just a normal hit?
Yep, 2d12 for a normal hit for your character because it's a magical battle axe.
Ten, 12.
Okay, with a mighty sweep, you take the head off the dog head off the creature, which goes bouncing back into the room and it collapses. You don't think a god's going to help you get back together?
Nice.
So you are now out of combat.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, no more sound wolves. Sorry, guys.
What was the description of the room again?
The description of the room is it looks like a pantry in shambles with broken crates and shelves. Basically, you think the creature went on a rampage and destroyed the room. Give me a perception roll.
+7. 18.
18. Having a look around, you find in the claw of the creature is a arm with Shoanti tattoos on it.
Okay, so we have. I'm trying to make sure I write this all down. Probably how many
Why is this
parts.
kid in so many pieces?
Well, possibly because they've been cut up for making things like that dog.
Well, I was about to say he just couldn't keep it together.
So, can I get through? I've got 2 arms so far. Or
What?
one
I've
arm?
got one arm and effectively the lower half of the body, like
Yep.
the legs
Torso.
and hips. Well, not the torso, but the legs and hips.
Yeah, legs and hips. Okay, so we're getting one more arm and head and torso. Okay.
And we might have enough now to recognise the style of tattoos, so that if we find another body instead, we'll just tattoo it after instead of it.
So you are. That's from Florida, too.
This is so funny. Well, you do have a Shoanti with you. I'm sure you can get her to mock up her culture and trick them.
Yeah, do I notice the shorty tattoos or the person that noticed the things told me about that?
It is a sacred tradition of the people that they have a ceremony with the body.
Is this room big enough for the party to fit in, to allow an opportunity, like if there's no other, if there's only one exit from this room?
It is a
Actually,
15 by 40 foot room which you could jam the door shut with. What's
I
that?
could suggest that, yeah, it might smell a bit in here, but it might be a spot where we could actually at least rest up, patch up properly.
And should we rest here? Are you sure?
Well, I don't think, well, not, when I say rest, I'm not saying we're going to sleep here or anything like that, but we could potentially spend maybe 10 minutes to half an hour to actually give people proper patching up, and so therefore they're not at, they lose wounded conditions and things. And as I say, while doing that is realise Nexa looking a lot better than expected.
Including the fact that Nexa's pants no longer fit as well.
Including what?
Nexa's pants no longer fit as well as they used to.
They're getting very tight.
Yeah, especially around the groin region. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
I got stung by a bee.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay.
you're feeling better?
Yeah, I feel great.
I would have sworn that creature tore you apart, almost.
Well, you remember seeing Nexa's head snap all the way around.
He's not actually describing what he remembers saying. He remembers saying, yes, not actually a state that I would expect it to be in at this moment in time.
See, I just say, I'll see my healing skills work perfectly.
And you also know that Nexa appears prettier than before.
This is a man. A pretty man.
A pretty man. Become a pretty boy.
A
I'll
pretty
go.
uncle.
Well, to be fair, For a long time, the party had a bit confused with whether the Nexo were male or female.
This is very true.
Hey, all it takes is one potion, and that causes that whole problem to start again.
Okay.
Look, I feel great, and I feel great. Wink, wink.
Where's the wink towards?
Apparently Sparky.
Yeah, how many ladies are in the group? It's only Sparky, yeah?
And Luna.
Oh, and Luna.
So you can knock them both up.
True.
Oh no.
Smell fertile.
Yeah, humans are better than dwarfs, but anyway. But anyway. While I have tried to rescue Anixa, I kind of
You
feel a
also
bit awkward.
you also
Awkward.
remember the head being around the other way and not sure
Yeah.
what happened.
Well, I want to do a medicine check. No, I don't know about this situation with it yet, so I want to just do a quick once-over medicine check just to make sure Nexa is okay, because I
Okay.
feel he's kind of a bit...
Give me a
Not
medicine
right.
check.
This is not to heal anything, just to see what's going on here, okay? 13?
Okay, under 13, you're not exactly sure why Nexa is so horny right now.
Yeah. I try to make sure... I look around the party, realise there's only Luna and me in the party, and I've heard stories about orcs, but I didn't really want to get involved with it. So I might take about 10-20 feet step back and just stay. I'll hang around the door for a little bit.
So considering you've just felt up Nexa to see if Nexa's okay, how does Nexa respond?
Oh no.
So, like, I can cast, like, an intimidating glare, right? But it can be, like,
Yep.
a sexy intimidating glare.
Sure, we'll make it smoldering intensity.
Nice.
Just think of Jumanji.
Yeah, perfect. Do I need to
Wow.
roll anything for that?
Sure, make an intimidation roll, and it'll become a smoldering intimidating roll.
Alright. I rolled a 17, and I have +9 on intimidation.
Okay, so you make Sparky's has goosebumps all over, and basically gets that whole attraction hit.
Yeah, feed the pony.
What were you expecting it to go, Mark?
I just kind of try to... I smile, giggle, and just try to walk a bit further back.
So you back into a wall while everyone else is watching.
No.
For the first 30 seconds to a minute or so of this interaction, it's nice mood lighting, but the cloak of shadow's still on.
I don't know what direction I'm walking back into, so if I back into a wall, then it is.
Well, you've gone into a room and shut the door, so yes.
Yes, I go, oh, wall. And I ugly kind of regret my walking back into a wall. And I try not to look at... Yeah, sorry, go, David.
Bella pulled out his instrument and started playing soft music.
I only got half of that. Something about pulls out an
And
instrument.
Bella pulls out a musical instrument and plays some pop music.
Okay,
I would
so
suggest that possibly your medical instrument could be more useful right now while we're stopping and allowing people the opportunity to patch up.
Yeah, look. Next is just laying the groundwork.
You
Like,
can suck my instrument.
Well, if we're not stopping to heal, perhaps we should keep moving.
I can heal somebody, and I try to get my attention away from
I will try
Oh,
to get
shield
my
heal.
focus points. I will try to get my I will try to get my focus point back so I don't like
so you're not going to be healing
feel
anyone then?
so weak.
So who can I heal now at the moment?
Well, you can technically heal anyone because you've not had time to actually do a full check yet.
Okay. Corda and Barak are the ones who are most physically wounded at the present time.
Yeah.
But then, whether Nexa still got wounded condition, don't know. And I think there's at least one or two others that have got a wounded condition at the moment, even if they're
I
good health.
I do have. I believe I have a wounding condition. Yeah, Tom. So, Nex is fine. 100% fine. That's what you give from Sparky. 100% fine. Okay?
This is funny.
But I go to Corda. Would you like me to give grab some angers around you? That's why I just trying to get my attention off.
Okay, and while you're doing that, you hear a tapping on the door.
Corda was coming up there. Corda was standing at the door on guard. He'll be giving the indication of quiet. The gesture of quiet, everyone.
Again, you hear the on the door. And there's a bit of a flash of light on the other side of Flame. What would you like
I'll
to
put
do?
a hand on the door to see if it's getting warm.
No, but you can see a flickering of light on the other side of the door, even with your shadows.
Well, the shadows only last a minute anyway, so I'm assuming that they probably.
Okay, they probably would run out by now. So yes, you do get a flickering of light from the other side.
Yeah, that's right. There's probably a flickering of light on his side from the flaming sword. So, but as I say, as far as Corda is concerned, he's just staying quiet, staying still.
I'd like to go.
So we'll do Mark, and then we'll do David. So what was that, Mark?
I was just going to move to the side door and attempt to hide in the shadows.
Okay. You try to hide in the shadows generated by the flaming sword. And what does Balath do?
Actually, the Cloak of Shadow helped him recover, and he
It's finished. The Cloak of Shadow only lasted a minute. So Balath was going to do something before he worked,
I like wait for another knock.
Okay, as Balath waits for another knock on the door, he hears another knock on the door.
We didn't hear what he was going to do afterwards.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, hello.
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wait for another knock.
Yeah, there was a third knock. What are you doing?
Hello.
Okay, you hear something in Goblinoid. Do you know Goblin? Was that a yes or a no?
No.
Okay, you have no idea what they said, and a goblin, Corda does hear the who are you come from the other side, more of a ooh instead of a who are you, but he understands it. Goblin's limitation.
Yes, he does have Goblin. Corda just giving a shake of his head to Bella and the rest of the party. Yes.
Yeah, Bella very quietly stepped away.
You hear another tap on the door.
Corda's listening to see if he can work out how many there might be on the other side.
Give me a perception roll.
Yeah, there's hundreds of them.
Mark, can I
A total of 8 downgraded.
can I actually listen to the door as opposed to the door?
I'm happy to
Possibly, more likely, Corda's not actually hearing the knocks.
Well, I'm sure they're not using their hands. I'm sure Nexa will be proud. So yes, you believe there's lots of them.
Yep.
You describe more than the room can fit.
I've believe that Sparky was also trying to listen as well.
Okay.
21, Martin.
21. Okay. Do you know Goblin?
I have Underworld here. That's all I've got. So.
Okay, so they're not speaking the language of the dead, or the language of lichens and vampires,
That's right.
depending on which underworld you prefer. And you have no idea what they're jibber-jabbing with each other, but there's a lot of jibber-jabber.
I single six.
Well, if the door is slightly in open, I'll like that.
Okay. Cordar is currently holding it shut.
But can I haven't actually pushed it, have that cafe knocking and asking who's there?
Yeah.
Very much so.
Have they tried to open the door?
Not yet.
I'd like to notch a crossbow in my crossbow and just aim it if anything opens up the door as well.
Okay.
If I hit Jeremy, I understand.
Well, that would be in effect actually hit Jeremy.
Yeah, right by the door.
So Jeremy might have to be careful that a bolt may come out of his computer and strike him. So, now that you're sitting there and waiting, you hear a fifth knock on the door. Even Cordar does hear the knock.
That's right, Cordar's just he's intended to not respond at all.
Okay.
Well, I'm not going near the door.
And everyone stops what they're doing to be quiet.
Yeah.
All I do, Martin, I look in the direction of the exit, make sure it's a fair distance away, and I'll go to the door. Okay.
Okay. Does Nexa take the opportunity to comfort Sparky?
No, I just cast an intense
Smoldering.
intimidate molder.
Okay, so yes, you smolder in the direction of the door, everyone there as well as Sparky, and I'm sure it's a fantastic look as you intensely smolder. You hear a knock again, and give me a perception roll for Cordar as he is the.
A bit better this time. Total of 23.
Okay, you hear an argument amongst the voices on the other side, quite low. They're saying, I don't think they're really there. I'm sure we saw some people go in there. Nah, not really there. Let's try the next door then. I'm sure. Let's move along.
And it sounded like 2 people arguing, or more than 2?
Quite a few different people in the argument there. And you hear sounds of lots of feet moving on. I'm sure there were hundreds there.
Yep.
But that did interrupt your 10 minutes of rest.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I feel great. I don't know what's up with you guys.
Shut up, fuckboy.
Not yet. I'm just stretching my fuckboy legs. You all want to talk.
Look, it takes on no one. And I'll have you know that Bellas has only technically slept with one NPC in this entire campaign.
And
What happened to the grieving widow?
hasn't checked in with her since.
So if we're not stopping here to heal, are we moving?
So we're saying he'll talk.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know it's you, but I don't necessarily want to hang around in here longer than necessary.
I'm happy to move on, Sparky says. We're trying to get the inside gaze of Nexa. Still. Feels a very...
By the way, Bellas was getting ready to battle those dollars with bullshit and pull some sort of beautiful number. I'm not even joking.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it does happen when you run out of abilities.
I
Okay.
have plenty of abilities. This is one of the only, like, I've barely ever used spells.
Well, you do have 2 first level spells left and your focus.
Exactly. You can't.
Okay, so with that, you open the door and see that the place looks as if it's been ransacked.
Can we see which way, if there's any tracks or things like that, which way they headed off?
There's a glow coming from the trap corridor. You think they went through there, but they didn't set it off.
Okay. Well, if we're moving, Cordar will aim to head down the passageway that was off to the east.
Okay, you start heading east. You have a choice of north and south. North splits left and right about 10 feet up, and south splits left and right about 10 feet down.
Well, left is always right, so therefore we'll go north.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock up Pinwinkle's sister.
It's fine with you with that one. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure they're more than happy to have you join the family. Okay. So as you head north, you find yourself going down a set of stairs. After you pass, so heading north, I'm assuming you turn left as well when you head north.
Yeah, okay.
Goes right, seem to curve back around to where you came from. And
Okay, yeah. So we'll basically head in the effective northward direction then.
And going down the stairs, you find yourself coming up to another door. You haven't been here before, and the door seems to be shut.
I will quietly go up to the door and have a listen.
Okay. Give me a perception roll as you listen.
Obviously nothing there, 13 total.
Okay, you get a horrid smell from putting your head up against the door. Smells very much like the beast you've now fought twice.
Beast we fought twice?
Surely there can't be any more of these patchwork beasts.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So but the two patchwork beasts haven't actually looked alike except in the fact that they're so patchwork, isn't that correct?
Very much so.
Okay, that's right. So yeah, when you said 2 beasts, I thought, hang on, we have 2 the same? But I can't hear anything on the other side?
You cannot hear anything on the other side.
I will aim to, I'll indicate to the party if they're ready that he'll first try and turn the handle quietly and give the door, try and open it a little bit.
Okay, you do notice that there's a keyhole here.
Okay.
And turning the handle slightly doesn't seem to open the door.
Okay. I will motion to Sparky that this one looks like your role.
Okay. I will investigate the keyhole first, look for traps.
Okay.
Doing the right thing.
Give me a perception roll as you investigate.
That is traps. That's 19 total.
19 total. Okay, seems to have some sort of contact poison.
Ooh. So on the actual, on the thing. So I shouldn't.
I dare you to lick it.
I haven't told you yet. So how do you know there's any poison there? I mentioned the quarter. We've got some poison on the lock here.
Corder, I'll have a look at his hand to see if there seems to be anything on his hand.
He looks at his hand. Yes, there's some residue on your hand. Give me a fortitude saving throw.
13. Where am I? 42, 21.
You just shrug. Can't be that important as you brush it off.
Okay, yeah. I'll basically wipe it on the wall beside or something, and then I'll get a bit of water and wash it off.
Wash it off the wall or wash your hand?
Wash it off my hand.
A pseudo check.
Absolutely understandable. Or in fact, I know. I'll hang on to the sword. That should cleanse it.
Oh, Mark, we might shoot number check. Would I know if I try to lock it is locked, I'll get poison on my hands or not?
Only if you roll badly.
That's not a sign of really goodness there.
Well, a critical fumble with a lock that's been poisoned means you're most likely going to get poisoned.
How confident is Sparky in her abilities?
I got a plus 11 to thievery. I'm pretty
That's not what
confident.
I asked.
I am confident.
That's right.
Okay.
You know the poison's there. You know not to touch it, so therefore you won't touch it. Obvious.
That's right. I'm going to try to unlock this door, Martin. I'm really regretting this, but I'm going to try.
Bella starts humming a very, very catchy tune.
So is this where we quote Star Wars, do or do not? There is no try?
Corner motions to like it gives the finger on lip sign to Bella again.
Bella gives Cordar another signal back.
Okay. I'll change the dice, actually.
How's your roll?
That's a 22, Martin. So middle.
At 22. Okay, you hear a pop. You're unsure if you unlocked it.
Corner will give the handle another try by holding on to a piece of cloth or something to keep it separate.
Okay, the door opens.
Okay. I get the he probably considering how long we've been there for and the fact that there was humming in the background going on, he's probably less concerned, so he'll allow the door to go open all the way to see what's in there.
Okay, looking inside. You see the nauseating mixture of decay and strange chemicals filling the air of a large room. Glinting saws, pliers, long stitching needles, and other surgical equipment are organized on shelves and benches along the walls. A large sturdy table in the center of the room supports a large humanoid shape. The thing sticks together from patchworks of dozens of different bodies. The thing would stand nearly 7 feet tall if it rose.
But he's not rising at the moment, is that what you're saying?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Anything else in the room?
Give me a reception roll.
I'm going to do a perception roll too. So I'm right there.
15 for Corder.
I got lower than that.
Okay. What did you get?
13.
13. Having a look around, Corda does notice that their head seems strangely small for the body and has something you find familiar. Give me an intelligence check. I'll make it a flat check. A flat check, see if you can recall knowledge.
That's right. He's obviously had a spark of brilliance, so it's an extra 20.
Okay, so you recognize that the crowned head with brown hair and a distinctive scar on the left cheek is Kraken's head.
Right. But it's attached to the body at the moment?
It is attached to the body at the moment.
Okay.
Did you say bracket?
No, Jacob.
Okay.
The kid we're looking for. So. But obviously the rest of the body is not here, is that right?
Not that you can see.
The corner will move towards that table there. Sword up, shield raised, ready for it to move if it's happening.
Yep.
But yes, aiming to have a look at the head and also the rest of the body to see if there's any other parts of the body have got the tattoos or things like that. So.
Looking at the body, none of the rest of the body comes from the same source.
Okay, and it hasn't moved as he's come up?
Has not moved. But then again, the other ones you fought didn't move until they attacked either.
Yeah.
Because they don't need to breathe.
But they tended to attack when as soon as they saw us too. So.
Pretty much so, yes.
Cordar will motion Nexar over and say,
You can see two passageways heading off to the east on the north and south side of the room, besides this table.
but nothing apparently coming from them at the moment?
Nothing coming from them at this moment.
Okay. Cordar will motion to Nexar. You reckon you can take their head off without damaging the rest of it? Keep it ahead?
Without damaging the rest of it? Or does
That-
that
Effectively, cutting it off at the neck where it's joined.
Yeah, my axe is sharp.
Cordar will be standing with the sword ready and allow Nexar to decapitate the creature.
Okay,
The creature's not moving, or it is?
it's not moving. You do the perfect executioner move. I'm sure that's not a foreshadowing of something in the future.
Mm-hmm. Finish it.
Cordar will, assuming nothing happens,
The head separates, so something does happen.
aside from the head separating, yes, Cordar will gather the head, wrap it in some more canvas, and put it in his sack with the legs and arms.
I think you would have been a little more worried if Nexa was unable to sever the head from the body. That would have been a little bit more disturbing.
Well, it was certainly expecting that, hey, it might still make a life minute jump up and things like that. So, or now it can run around like a headless chook. So,
Balance continues their hunt for cabbage. Very quietly.
and then Cordar will move towards the closest passageway
Yep.
and have a look down to see what's down there.
Okay, the moving over, you can pretty much look both down both passages at the same side. The northernmost passageway curves to the north out of sight. The southern passageway heads to a closed door.
And how long does it take for the northern one to curve out of sight?
On the 15-foot mark, it curves away from sight.
Okay, Cordar will have a quick look down that corridor then just to see how long it continues for.
Okay, taking a few steps down, you can see a bed in a chamber to the north. A four-poster bed.
Okay. Well, he'll keep walking then down that passage. If you can't see anyone in the bedroom,
Yep.
he'll keep walking down a bit further and have a closer look at the bedroom since it's an open passageway.
Okay, so while holding the four-poster bed, it also has a simple writing desk to the. Sorry, someone said Love Shack.
The bedroom, I'm guessing you're referring to.
So, is that a suggestion there, Mark?
Fuck out.
Okay, so
Just for next to that, just keep the things in mind.
okay, so it has a simple writing desk just to the right of the doorway, passageway, with a mirror propped up against a wall nearby, and a side passageway to the east.
Is there anything that side passageway? How long? You'll have a look down that first.
Looking in there, you can see a chamber with a narrow bed, empty shelf holding a few books and some bones, some skulls, a long bench, a man's torso with numerous tribal tattoos, with the right arm still attached, and bouncing around a bit, looking like it's trying to move around. You do recognise that tattoo's on there.
Right.
What the necro fucker is doing on you?
But it's just a torso and an arm, is it?
Just a torso and an arm.
But it's
So it is the rest of the body, and it obviously can't actually run around too much at the moment if it's just a torso and arm, presumably.
But it can drag itself around a little bit.
Yep. Did the rest of the party follow Corda through these passage moves?
I'm assuming they were following you because you've got the light source.
Yep.
Yeah.
If in doubt, follow the light.
Must be Adam's family fucker is Billy Bob.
I'm sure someone will comment he was just raising a family.
Corda looks towards Bella and suggests, undead your thing?
No,
We don't want
really.
to damage, don't damage the body, the parts.
What? No. I put you all back together occasionally, but that's about as far as my knowledge goes. Undead isn't really my thing.
As you're talking, you see the torso flop onto its stomach, and the arms start dragging the torso towards you.
Yeah, what the hell is that? Sort that out. Stop it. That's wrong. Stop that thing. Whatever it is, stop it. Get it away from me.
As you see it slowly dragging, and bits of intestines and stuff drag out the other end of it as it's dragging itself along the ground.
Corda's going to move forward and step on the torso on the other side away from the arm, on the idea of actually just holding it in place so it's not dragging itself around. And
Okay.
Jeremy, I thought you were about to say you step on the intestine.
As you put
Watch it
your
unravel itself like a woolen jumper.
he just said he didn't want to damage the torso, the body more.
okay, you see the arm thrush about trying to reach you as you put weight on it, but it has no leverage or reach.
Okay.
Can we tie the arm to the body and then somehow put it in a bag and drag it out?
Just put the head on. See what happens.
I don't think we necessarily want to give it more parts at the moment.
No, put the head on and see what happens. It'll be funny.
Sure.
Corda looks at Bella and says, have you got that little spell that affects undead things?
I can hurt undead. Would you like me to kill what little life is left in this thing?
Well, I don't think the life that's left in this thing is Jacob.
Well, then explode it. You've got a sword.
No, but we don't want to damage. We want the body in as a whole condition as possible. So.
Okay, so there's no possibility of a vestige of life. You would like this thing dead.
Well,
Without being
considering I've got the legs, one arm, and the head in my bag, and the body and another arm are here, then he looks at Nico and stops.
Why not put it all together? There might actually be something interesting happening. And, you know, you never know this necrofuckery. It's all a very strange thing. Maybe put it all together in the right place and maybe something happens. If not, I will remove what little undead is left in.
I don't claim to know much about necromancy, and I'm perfectly happy to claim that I know nothing about necromancy, so I'm not going to be aimed to try to put it together again. We get told to go and get the body, or the part of the body, and bring it all back.
Come on, surely I'm not the only one who wants to see something cool about it.
No, I don't want to, and I want to tie it up, so...
You're all so bored. Fine. Disrupt undead.
Okay, there's a shutter and it stops moving with your single shot.
Gosh, you are all so bored.
Anyway, once it does that...
Though its hand does freeze in a rather rude gesture.
See, he was funnier than you were. Nectar, you're alright.
I'm going to try to tie it up to the body just in case. Okay.
Corda's laying out some more canvas to wrap it all up in.
How much force does Sparky use?
Like that. We could have made it dance around.
Sparky's got some rope in her backpack.
Okay, everyone hears a snapping sound as Sparky forces the arm back down to the body.
We're going for the damage.
I wasn't damaged. I'm just trying to.
The arm was sucking Rick and Mortis outstretched with a hand in a rude gesture.
Yeah, Nessa's rethinking his choices.
Hey, look.
What, about having come back to life?
No. Who's she gonna fuck? Yeah, that's what you do.
About allowing Sparky or anything that's stiff.
Hey,
Or I was thinking that maybe she was expanding your options. She wanted a necromancy, but necrophilia, maybe.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez, that makes sense. That's a strong word for that.
That's
Yep.
a bad choice of words, Mark.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, definitely.
At least Skuggle like it was not that nice.
I go oops when I hear the crack, and then I'll just tilt tight to the body part. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's okay. It'll make it easier to roll up in the canvas. So. Right, okay, so hey, we've got I think we've got all of it now. We can leave. Is anyone particularly interested in going down passageways or through doorways we haven't seen yet?
I would like to leave this place. I am tired and I need a nap.
I didn't want to go home.
But I imagine it's like Bella saying, yeah, we'll just speak to the manager.
No, Bella is not Paris, but he does need a nap.
Okay. Remember, if we're going back the way we came, that's a different way out yet.
Did you not want to actually search the room you're in?
Okay. Hordar was concentrating on the body. He's happy to go straight from there. If others have worked on the idea that surely people have been searching while people have been busy.
Well, I will search this place.
Okay, we'll have Barak search. So what do you... How much you got? 22?
Yep.
Okay, so while they're arguing, tying up bodies and discussing various sexual innuendo, you find yourself what appears to be a spell book full of various spells. Very useful one to identify it because if they share the druid primal tradition, you can actually learn them.
Okay.
And you also find 2 silver rings, as well as a gold and pearl bracelet.
Right. So I'll I guess pocket those to be identified when we're out of here.
Are you noting them down, and do you want Mark to add them to the party list, or are you keeping it yourself? It's like,
yeah.
I'm happy if you keep it for yourself, but...
No, add it to the list, please.
So did you get that, Mark?
And you also find a mithril hip flask.
Okay.
Filled with what appears to be quite nice whiskey.
I'm assuming that she probably just shook it and said, yep, there's stuff in that, but yep, opened it, all good.
That was 2 silver rings, Martin, is that right?
2 silver rings, a golden pearl bracelet, mithril hip flask, and
a spell book.
We could stick one of those in too, but I don't think it will fit that well.
And the spell book.
And a strange tool.
A strange tool, was it?
Yep, a strange tool.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, this happening. Kordak be wrapping up the body. When he's ready, it will get up and be waiting for the others, basically at the passageway, to ready to move. Remember that there were the many dozens of presumably Darrow. Do the Darrow speak Goblin?
No, they do not.
Okay, so probably presumably Goblin. They were beyond went through the passage with the traps. I would recommend moving quickly through there. I think that was those traps. Basically, if we went through the hallway quickly, people weren't affected, were they?
You're unsure. It might have a time delay on resetting.
Okay.
But while it's resetting, it still might be scary.
Yes, well, and going through quickly like the corner last time, I think, from memory, he got in and then just kept moving forward. Uh-oh!
Though you do have a suspicion that the spellcaster who cast a lightning bolt came from this room.
That's probably more likely.
We don't go near it.
Because presumably it was his spell book that we found in there. So.
Do you go into the previous room and check the writing desk of the larger chamber?
Yeah, so he was planning on at least having a look at the writing desk to see if there was any diaries or stuff like that on there. But then he got distracted by the fact that, oh, hang on, there's the body. So, yeah, so we will just check the writing desk on the way back through.
Okay, checking the writing desk on the way back through, you see a broken knife with a key-shaped blade. It is, it looks to be of high-quality make, and it is familiar. You have seen one of these knives before.
Are we talking like one of the Dwarven clan daggers?
No, you saw one of these in the lair of the tormentor of Balath and Nexa. In Gadrin's lair.
Oh, okay, right, yes. So, and so yeah, so is it looking like the well, we'll certainly take it, and whether or not it's used as sort of some sort of identifier for all the bad people in the city, or what?
While you're doing that, is anyone else examining the room?
Kordak planning on having a look under the bed as he goes out, but that's about the only other examination he's planning on doing.
I'll do it.
Luna's gladly looking around. She's
okay. So Luna and Sparky both make a perception roll while Kordar is looking under the bed.
Well, Luna doesn't find anything because she's rolling a natural one.
Okay, Luna's spending her time staring at Nexa.
Oh, no. Oh.
Feeling very flushed at the moment.
I got a 12.
Yeah, if I look my way, it's intimidating smaller.
And it looks like, from what you're saying, Luna's obviously interested.
And Sparky apparently is distracted by this too.
I feel the heat from us there.
Neither of them are looking particularly well. While they're both distracted, would Balath or Barak like to have a look around?
Sure, if you could roll
Is this the room that I already looked at?
This is the room next to it.
This is the other room, yeah. Total of 13 for Balath. Or sorry, a roll of 13.
18.
Oh, I don't. Oh, wait, no, you want to have my character sheet? Oh, I don't.
So we got a 18.
Oh, wait, yes, I do. No, I don't.
Way to tease us there. You're doing a very great tease there, David. Do I have it? No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't.
Presumably your perception would be at least +7.
So while the two spellcasters are looking around, while the other half of the party is currently occupied with interesting eye contact.
And looking under the bed.
Yep. You find a hidden niche behind the mirror. Inside you find some good quality thieves' tools. So I am going to write down some extra stuff here. So quality thieves' tools. You find a pearl and silver snuff box with plenty of snuff in there.
That's that drug thing. Right.
Yeah.
And a golden spoon.
We had a pearl necklace, a snuff box, and a golden spoon. Okay.
And you already got the key-shaped dagger that was...
Key-shaped dagger.
And when Quarter looks under the bed, Quarter basically just sees small webbing and nothing of interest.
Happy with that. Quarter gaming turn. Are you moving on fairly quickly, or I probably got to wait because people find another hidden cavity?
Okay.
But when people are ready, he'll basically aim to head back into the room that had
the headless goblin.
The headless constructed corpse.
Yep, the headless corpse, and you go down to the door you haven't tried yet.
Cordar's not planning to, unless others particularly want to.
No.
Is the party want to look at the door that we haven't looked at yet?
God wants to get the hell out of here.
We're still on the leave.
I'm happy to check the door.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, we are going to it. Cordar's happy to go and be the one to open it.
Okay, so your druid of the wild has an insatiable curiosity and suggests opening the door. Does Quarter follow through, or let the druid open it themselves?
I'll back off.
Quardar's quietly talking to Barak and say, "We've got everything we need. We don't need anything else here."
So we've accomplished our mission.
What would you say? We've recovered Gaken. The important part, well, I shouldn't say that. We found all of Gaken, and the important part of the mission is to actually get him out of here.
Alright.
We've achieved our quest goal, now we need to turn it into
Alright.
Though you do suspect that the secret door you found in the other room may lead there. The one that the necromancer came from.
So are you saying it's a moot point in that?
You haven't been there yet, but it may lead to an area where the necromancer had spent his time.
I'm certainly not suggesting that there is nothing of interest throughout the rest of this place. But considering our current condition, I would encourage...
Like top notch. Except for me and you.
Well, you see that Nexus seems to be better than before.
Yes. But I'm more talking about the fact that a lot of the spellcasters appear to be down on capability.
Okay, agreed. Alright, we'll get out of here.
Okay.
So basically, lead back down the passage to the south of
Okay, you see torchlight coming from the passageway to the south, and the sound of goblins.
And this is before. This is where we've before we've got back to that junction area.
Before you got back to the junction area, south of the headless corpse is torchlight and the sound of goblins moving.
Oh, I think trap ambush time.
If we haven't effectively left the room of the headless corpse yet, then we can potentially set up either side of an open door there. Or if we have, then there might be some if there's curvature in the passageway that we might be ready to duck behind as a potential ambush sort of thing. Yep.
Well, you might be able to avoid them completely if you can find the other end of the secret door. But that's up to you if you want. If you want to combat the hundreds of goblins you saw. Cordar thinks there's hundreds of goblins here, so it's up to him if he wants to face combat with hundreds of goblins.
Okay. And Cordar's quite happy to do it because hey, they're goblins.
Bellath is also happy to fight hundreds of goblins because they're goblins.
So,
but he'd also like to sing them the song.
Okay, so certainly yes. If we haven't actually gone out of the room with the headless corpse before we notice the torchlight and the sound of goblins coming up the corridor, Cordar will shut the door again and indicate that hey, we've got company. So he'll then aim to be standing at the door, ready to attack the first thing that comes, the first goblin that comes through, or any other enemy-like creature.
You do know you can potentially lock the door because it does have a lock.
Yep, but okay. I'm pretty certain Cordar doesn't have the key on him at the moment, so he'll probably indicate to Sparky, hey, you might want to see if you can relock this thing. But he's ready there at the door. If the others, if someone else wants to investigate that passageway to see if it's going to be a alternate route, then it does seem a viable option.
Okay, so Sparky, you're up. Do you lock the door?
Yeah, I suppose we'll have to do another trickery roll.
You will. But you don't have the actual key to lock it, but you can still make a thievery check to lock something.
Okay.
Well, I was going to say, he's assuming that the key-shaped dagger thing is not going to lock it.
No.
Okay, here we go.
The key-shaped dagger thing is actually broken as well, so...
Yeah.
Now, because you're a nice DM and, I like you very much, man, have you ever had any rerolls?
Sure, you've got at least one, so you use that.
I don't know if it's necessary to use a reroll on the attempt to lock a door.
Well, it is a
poison. It's a poison door, Jeremy.
It was poison. It was poison on the other side.
I think he's just trying to be safe.
You're locking it on this side. Yeah, I know.
I know he rolled a 1. That's why he did it. 19, man. So.
19. Okay, there is a popping sound. You think you've locked it?
Cool. I'm going to hide in the shadows somewhere away from Jeremy.
Okay, so you hide behind the headless body.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Go under the bed, one or two.
There's no bed in this room, but I'm sure Nexa will follow you into the other room with the bed if you wish.
I know. A headless body.
Okay, headless body it is.
The table. Yeah. So, did anyone else want to try and check out other corridor in the meantime? Or
I'd like to have a quick look.
Okay, opening the door, it is not locked and luckily was not trapped. You see a room with 2 wide freestanding bookshelves in the room. With row upon row of tomes and scrolls.
Mm.
Basically a fortune in books.
Or lots of toilet paper from Eric's perspective.
No, well, I mean, it's not my kind of magic. But
No, but I was just thinking, like a wild animal druid type stuff, you're probably looking, oh, they're nice soft leaves.
Oh man.
Okay.
And they're in various languages. Basically gold gilded writing on books, silver writing. All the books look to be well crafted.
okay.
Basically a wizard's dream library, I'm sure.
Did anyone else follow Barak through there, or is everyone else staying at the door ready to react if it opened?
Behind dead body.
Yep. Mark was in the room.
Okay. So
Luna stayed in the room. Sorry, Sparky stayed in the room.
I'll have
Really?
Barak.
Definitely only follows quarter.
Yep. Okay.
I'll have Barak make a perception roll while you're in that room.
Yeah, apologies. I will stay in the room.
19.
And Luna.
Yep.
Where did you go?
I guess I will follow. I'm a bit distracted because I'm trying to like getting an excuse to not to go to work today.
Okay, so
I
you're
was doing that right now.
so you follow into the what appears to be a library as you see Barak open up a part of the wall and find a secret passage that leads back to the alchemist's lab.
Yep.
You also see quite a few books in Shoanti on the bookshelves.
Oh, cool. Can I try to like start to examine them?
Can you try to start reading one?
Try to examine them, like see if they are overall important or not.
Okay, one of the books you pick up is Diseases of the Shoanti Highlands.
Yeah.
And from what you can see, there are books on diseases, plagues, and necromancy all over the bookshelves here.
Necromancy seems interesting. I will pick that up.
The entire set of books is about those three topics. Disease, plague, and necromancy. Particularly crafting of golems.
You've got a couple of bookshelves.
I will pick like the most prominent one from necromancy, and that's the one I like.
You don't think there's any one particular book here on necromancy? There's a lot of books here on necromancy, so picking one is basically the equivalent of picking a single chip out of a packet of chips.
Okay, what would Luna do? I guess, yeah, I think she would like pick up like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay,
If
so
that's not like too heavy.
there's about probably say about 20 encumbrance
20
of 20 bulk of books here,
Oh Jesus!
and
I can't take them. I'm too feeble. I will leave it all. Sorry.
you do have a few companions who could potentially take books as well. Considering who you are working for, the Pathfinder Society, this is the sort of thing you're charged with collecting. Which is part of the reason why I made a point of it.
Yeah. So, okay. What I will do is, I will try to catalog, even though this might take time. I will try to catalog what's the best ones to take. I know there's a lot of them, but and then I will try to like split it to the party. Like
You would think if you're going to catalog it, you'd probably take maybe 3 to 4 hours.
just to take like the most important ones and like the poor ones.
You can't speak all the languages, so if you can't speak the language, you can't tell.
Remember, the only reason you've gone into this doorway was because we had hundreds of goblins coming up the other passageway.
Oh jeez. God damn it.
Okay, give me your religion check.
From the Cordar's perspective, presumably Barak and Luna are held up for at least a few minutes in that room. Initially.
A few minutes. I can't. I just will be getting random then. I can't take more than that.
No, that's not mean it's a case of that you're going to be stuck there for at least a few minutes while the rest of us are in the other room, standing by the door or under the table or something, ready for these goblins to come bursting through, potentially. In that few minutes, do we hear the goblins coming up or coming through the door?
So we've had those two walk into the room. One's discovered the secret door, and the other one has figured out that you've got a wealth in books there. While that's happening, we'll go back to the door, and so you hear the lock move as Sparky fiddles with the locking mechanism, and at the same time you see the handle twitch as something's trying to open the door on the other side for rattle, and you hear a goblin curse on the other side quite loudly saying, damn thing's locked. I swear I just saw it shut. Should we break it down?
Cordar's definitely giving the finger on the lips again type stuff.
Should we summon the boss to blow it up? You hear on the other side.
Oh no. Someone say like, do not summon the boss.
How many goblins sound like it's on the other side of the door at the moment?
Well, you only hear one of them.
Okay, but we certainly heard more than one goblin's worth of feet, and obviously was talking to someone on the way up.
Yep.
So we got a ballpark of how many feet it might have been.
Perception roll.
Because obviously, yes, there were hundreds in the other room, but they might have spread up and split apart in the investigations. 24.
24. Okay, you can hear about 9 pairs of feet coming up to the door.
Right.
You also hear them start to describe tactics as of ready weapons, have bows ready, have your fire bombs ready to go, and basically getting into a tactical position to assault either in front of if the door opens, and behind them if someone catches them from behind. Sounding like they're ready to go to war with someone.
Yep. Cordar certainly.
And a comment about how they can smell a orc in heat somewhere nearby.
Wow.
Quite fragrant as far as they're concerned.
Yeah.
They're following Nexar, wanting to meet up.
Are they female?
Hard to tell. Do you speak Goblin?
Really matter.
Actually, you might say that there's some hot singles in your area.
Desperate.
Cordar's indicating that what they're doing with quiet whispers and gestures, and indicates to probably Sparky to go and find out what Luna and Barak have found.
I motion with finger rolls to go. I'm going to see them and stealthily walk over there. Stealthily.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll.
Okay. Still. 31 upgraded.
31 upgraded. Okay. No one notices you walk off. You're that stealthy.
I know. Roll the rolls I don't really need to roll, but yeah.
And before the other two notice, you see Barak with his head in the wall, looking into a passageway, and Luna going, "I can't carry all this," amongst a set of bookshelves.
Because I'm pretty stealthy, so I try not to
Push the bookshelf over.
I try to get in front of Luna and go shush with my kind of finger and mouth, and I see if I get Barak to attention and saying we've got. And try to whisper as high close that door.
So we're just going to give it up, is that?
You probably don't need to whisper quite so quietly. You can have Moon quite away from the door.
I know, but I'm being very cautious just in case.
Yep,
You know.
copy that.
And they say, Luna, shush. So, and I'll get prepared for people coming through the door. So,
Prepared by combat.
Well, except that, so does Darren mentioned that we've got another passageway we can go down here and avoid?
Yes.
okay. Can I stealthily make it over to Corda and whisper in the ear? I don't know.
Let's find out. I would say another stealth roll.
Well, you could probably just go back to the passage and be very obvious to the party, saying this, indicating, "Come on this way."
I'll do that. I'll try to do that.
Okay, try not to be stealthy so you don't scare the party. You get their attention and gesture towards you.
Yeah.
Cordo's happy to go in that direction, but obviously he'll encourage the others to be following first, and Cordo will be aiming to bring up the rear, watching the door.
Okay, so each of you who steps into the room sees the two shelves of bookshelves crammed full of books.
So how much is one book at the moment, bulk-wise, not?
I'm happy to say that about 10 books fill one bulk.
I'll might just grab a couple randoms on the way through. Okay?
Okay.
I'll let you decide when we get upstairs or something.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to grab the book on the way through.
Now this room had another door on it, didn't it?
This room had a door on it too. Yes.
Can we lock the door? Can we lock the door on the inside?
It appears you can lock it. It just it's got a key in it on the inside.
Okay, well, as Corda gets through, he'll be shutting the door behind it, like in that sort of way. And if he shows the key, he'll quite happily lock the door in the key, lock the door on this side.
Yep, and you're sure if you jam the key in there, there's no way they can unlock it either.
Yep. So I'm happy to put the key in and break it off, etc. That stuff. So,
okay, you break the key in the lock so it can't be unlocked.
Yeah. And then you'll basically be turning around and noticing that people are grabbing books off the bookshelves. Is that the thought?
That is the thought. You can see a wealth in books just sitting on the shelves here.
So you can see Luna desperate face too. Like,
yeah. Oh, that's so many of them. So how many books do you want me to write down, guys? So just overall, so I'm good in the English track.
You can technically grab 20 bulk of books.
I was going to say, Corda will pull out his pouch and open it up so it's a big 10-foot hole in the floor.
Yes, of course.
And aim to...
Does he have a bag of holding in this game as well as the other game?
He's got a ball sack of holding.
He's got a giant explosion portable hole.
Okay, so if I take 20 bulks of books, that'd be okay, mate?
Yes, you can take all the books in the scrotum.
Okay, and I'll just put randomly only. I'll let you decide what, you know. Oh, you would have no idea what's there. So.
I do have
an idea. I'm assuming we're handing them all over to the Pathfinder's card anyway, so it's not going to be a case of necessarily looking for reward. So.
That's right, yeah.
Well, it is the sort of thing you've been charged with collecting.
Exactly. And
Anyone go forward on this one? Corda, because I can go up the front, just keep an eye on what's going on the front where you get back if you want. Or do you want to go up front?
either way, like at this time, particularly since if we have to wait, if it takes us a few minutes to try and load the books, do we hear goblins get into the headless corpse room?
Well, are you hearing bashing on the door in the distance?
Right, okay, so they haven't seen the cop through there yet. Good. Okay, Corda will get probably appropriate to leave, but I'm happy with it. Corda's got the light source stuff, so he's happy to be going down this passage where we found.
Yep, you see the door's being left open on the other side because it's got the necromancer's body still in the doorway.
Yep.
Because that's where you killed him.
He'll be aiming to look through before we actually step through to see if there's any more goblins hanging around this area or anything like that.
None seem to be hanging around here at the moment.
So he'll move through and encourage the others to move quickly along behind.
Okay.
And then again, when we're getting towards the trapped corridor, you'll aim to look into the corridor and see if there's anything in there before.
Give me a perception roll.
Perception? 17.
Okay, you do notice another secret door to the north. Having passed through two of them now, you're starting to recognise them.
You know what to look for?
Which means that you can sneak out without going down the trapped corridor itself because you think it's now reset. Just so you know, as a player, it had a 10-minute reset.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Which is part of the reason I kept counting the time to make sure you actually reached 10 minutes before it went off again.
Oh, yeah. So, Corda will then indicate to Sparky to have a look up that in the corridor and see if the door's trapped or open to get access or things like that.
I want me to roll that just to see the door, see the door opens, okay?
Being pointed to it, you can figure out, give me a perception check to see if you can figure out how to open it.
27.
Easy. You just walk right up to it and it opens up, and you realise it's not a full-size corridor, you have to crawl through it.
So, dwarf height, gotcha.
Even a dwarf is going to have to crawl.
Okay. Probably halfling Darrow height, I believe.
Halfling Darrow height, yes.
Okay. Okay, well, cool. I'll go forward first.
So you've got dark vision, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. So.
Corda suggesting that if you're happy and willing to head down that corridor at least briefly and see if it's worth trying to crawl through, without actually getting anywhere.
Yeah, I will go to the end button.
Yep.
And where's the come at?
Okay, so as you crawl in, takes you about 20 odd feet of crawling up a slope. You find yourself with the passageway splitting left and right. Which way would you like to go?
Oh my god, there's no end to this. I want to live.
Well, left has always been good for us, so I'll have to go left.
Okay, you go left, and as you crawl for about another 10 feet, it goes straight ahead and to the left.
So I still go left?
Okay, you go left again. And after about 10 feet, you slide into a room.
So from the party's perspective, after Sparky's been lost in the depths of time for the last hours having been caught in a labyrinth, we'll just walk out through the trap corridor.
So where does it get? Does it get me to the other end of the trap room or the other room?
Into the room that leads into the trapped room.
Okay.
So it bypasses the trap corridor, you mean?
It does, yes. We've got the 3 wooden tables.
Okay.
Where we
Killed
found the nameless purple thing.
Yeah, where you fought the tentacle creature.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I go? Do I have to go back and pick them all up and just get them to follow me? Is that right?
You
Okay.
can't reach the bit from here. You might need a boost. You actually slid down into the room.
Can I look down the corridor and see them or not?
Yep. You can go up the stairs and see them down the corridor.
I mentioned I wave a little bit and just say, can I mouth the words left or something like that?
Yep. I'm sure you can mouth the word left. I'm not sure they can understand it. So Jeremy, perception check.
When the message gets across, it's a question, but you can certainly attempt to get the message across.
I'm trying not to yell at the moment. I'm going to try to say word left, and see if they can recognise that. So do you want to roll, Jeremy?
Okay?
What'd you get, Jeremy?
Okay, we'll see what good. It's an 18 on the die, so I don't know what you want the
Perception.
perception. Okay, 25.
Okay, you're sure he's trying to tell you to go left, but he's doing it rather poorly. Well, she is.
Okay. That's the best I can do. Okay. I'm going to do
Okay.
that.
In that case, then I will pass on the list of the party that it looks like we can bypass this trap corridor by crawling through this door here. And then, yep, Cordo is happy to lead, and if he comes to an intersection, he'll
Yep.
take a left, and if he comes to a second intersection, he'll take a left.
And once you take the second left, you slide into a room and find Sparky.
Okay. I'm just going to stay watch at the trap door, see if they come back through it, man. Okay?
So just to be amusing, if you had gone right at the first intersection, it would have taken you to the entrance.
But I don't think we're that far from now anyway. So
You're not that
once
far
everyone
out.
gets through,
So I'm happy to say you can work your way out from that point and actually make it out, because they, while you're at the other end, you're actually right next to deeper tunnels. So it's basically the map of the area,
okay, yep.
and there is the tunnel complex pretty much goes on forever.
Ah.
So I kept the map away from you so you didn't actually know the full layout and had some confusion of where everything was.
Oh, good. So, in the end, was there significant spaces we didn't actually explore?
Technically, there is one area, but
Okay, so I think there was the area to the south of
the
the corridor became confusing.
area to the south, yes, and the other area off the main entrance. So there were two areas you didn't look in, and that was it. But in
Okay.
comparison to where you did go, it's not that bad.
Well, okay, we found what we were looking for. There might have been other stuff we could have found, but we found what we were looking for. So
Yeah. You could have actually have saved someone.
they probably didn't deserve it. But yeah, okay. So we will come out and
You managed to make your way out without encountering anything, having gained two major prizes, one for Crusader and one for the Pathfinder Society.
Yeah.
And we have a big nap.
Well, Cordo's certainly going straight to Casita. I don't know if anyone else is coming with him.
Okay.
Okay, so you make your way back to the Church of Pharasma, at which point you are let through, though they are looking at Nexa with a lot of suspicion.
Very cool. I've been through this before, by the way.
Because you do hear some of them say that they believe Nexa has been tainted.
It was a close one thing at times in there, but we all come through.
And you manage to make it through all the way through town back to Cressida. It's not that a big distance to get back to Cressida.
Mm-hmm.
And she's happy to take the body
Sergeant
from you
Hone's still
guys.
there, or?
He's still there and waiting. Considering it's only been about maybe about 3 hours since you took the job.
Yeah. It's been a long 3 hours, at least from our end. So, and obviously, during that time, we haven't seen evidence of Shoanti rampaging through the streets or trying to scale the walls outside or anything like that.
No, you've not seen Shoanti. She's not seen Shoanti at all outside. They are at the point of preparing to do something, but
We might be able to hold them off.
yeah, should be able to hold them off.
Okay. Well, we shall get back to Crusader and presumably 1,000 Bones at the same time, and Cordo will say, well, we have recovered, we believe we recovered your grandson. Unfortunately, it would appear that others certainly got to him first. As he's pulling things out of his bag, pulling these parcels out of his bag, and then unwrapping them.
She's happy to see to it being honoured correctly so it can be returned to the people. 1,000 Bones is happy to also assist, considering it's his family.
We also have that amulet or something like that of this son as well. Is that correct? We got that earlier along a couple of weeks ago. I think we had some sort of jewelry of the deceased as well.
What's that?
Yeah, there
Was there
was.
something that, did we find something at the wheelbarrow out the front door? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. We found something at the wheelbarrow, which was I think some items which were linked to him. I think so.
Okay. Well, certainly, yes. If we've got that stuff, then Cordo's certainly happy to hand that over in there. As a player, I don't remember about it, so but I'll leave you.
Okay, so they happily accept everything you hand them. And thank you for your time. They also, he does say that he owes your group a service which he's sure he'll be able to provide in the future.
If you're able to placate your tribesfolk, then that would seem to be services rendered.
Now, if this clerics of Pharasma are there,
No, not there. You had to pass through, they guard the graveyard, and you have to pass by them to get to Crusader.
that's fine. That's all good.
You wanted to go ask them something?
About the strange tool and the key-shaped dagger. That's all. But I'm happy to go to somewhere else if we don't. We're just going past it. But it's only quick conversation. I have a feeling the Pharasma clerics don't want to see a certain member of our party right now, so I assume that's probably not a good idea.
Okay, you guys head back to Nexa's place. And as you reach the house, you see a gift basket outside.
Yeah. With Nex's name on it, I assume?
Nexa's name on it.
Yeah. I leave that one for Nexa. Let him decide what to do with the basket.
Does Nexa recognize the handwriting?
Yes, she does. It's from Pinwinkle.
Yeah, Nexa kicks it away.
As you see,
Just because we serve the same god doesn't mean I have to talk to him, right?
does not. And you find a bunch of food go flying all over the place.
Yeah, okay. I hope the local kids pick it up. Some of them might be mine soon.
Can I ask what kind of food, Mark? Just interest?
They are all phallic-shaped food.
Okay. I was just wondering if it was like particular dwarven food or different kind of specialities kind of thing. That's what I was at.
No, everything has been sexualized.
That's fair enough. Cool. I'm not touching it. If I see a Pinwinkle's name on it, then I'll definitely not touch it. So.
Yes, it sounds like the perfectly appropriate food for little kids.
Well, if they know what it means, that their parents have already done them wrong.
But yeah, so certainly Cordo's assuming if Dex are in black is all in,
Yeah.
Corda will be aiming to go in and settle down for at least a brief rest.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You managed to have your first respite in what feels like forever. Which has been probably about 4 sessions, which does feel like forever.
Yeah, how many rooms have we got in this house again, man? Is there like
This place has 2 rooms. The front room and the back room.
who's next to sleep?
And the backyard.
I was going to be in the other room just I feel a tension that I don't want to be in the same room as him when I sleep. Okay. He sleep in his room.
Well, that's right. Next, I'm going to ensure that you're not sleeping in either room.
Wow. Like, you couldn't leave it alone, could you, Joe? No, could you? No.
So I'm sure Nexa will volunteer to be on watch.
Yeah, sure, in case anyone's out and about. No haunting hours.
So
And
what kind
Nexa
of...
hasn't primarily changed as a person, right? Though he's just got this compulsion to knock up bitches,
Pretty much,
make
yes.
babies.
So what time do we actually get back to Nexo's house? Like, what time of day?
About midday.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. So, the now, Corda will aim to, let's say, rest up. He'll attempt to patch up his wounds. Oh, and actually do well with the necrophagy.
Natural 20 critically heals himself.
It's a total of 25. I think, well, actually, mathematically, he's not an expert anyway, so it's still only 2d8, or the critical might get double, but.
I believe a critical gives you an extra 2d8.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right, yes. It's, yeah, if you've got more experience, you can set the default higher, but yes.
But you have to declare the level you're doing before you roll.
Yeah, kind of, but next time, yeah, it's not the option anyway, so. Wow! 48 for a total of 10!
Well, you feel good about it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a nice rest?
Yep.
Okay, so while he's cleaning himself up, is anyone else doing any sort of healing on themselves?
Yes, I'll do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we probably though.
I'm okay, so I'm just going to try to sleep, but I feel like constant urge to open my eyes to make sure and just close my eyes again. So.
Nexo wants to consult his tarot cards too.
Okay. So, every time you look at the tarot cards, you keep having the lover come out.
Yeah. Do I get anything else besides that?
No, it seems the entire deck seems to only have one card every time you draw a card.
Lame.
Even when you've left the lover sitting on the table, face upright.
Do we think that if I assuage that need, I'd actually get some guidance from the cards?
It's hard to tell. You think the you've got interference running from someone else right now.
Okay, so on the table you do notice there's still those half-price tickets.
Yeah. I'm still not going there.
No. It looks like Sparky's got that look at her right now.
Not doing yourself any.
If she has a dream, that's what she dreams about. He had a dream. So.
Jesus Christ, Mom. Where did you even get that from?
Female fantasy dwarf.
You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It's easy to Google search, man. Trust me. I work in IT. I know how to get this stuff. So.
Okay, so I'm also gonna ask Both Sparky and Nexar give me a fortitude saving throw.
Just as an aside, I got 19 on the roll, so that's 30 for the medicine check. I don't know.
That gets you 48.
48.
Yeah. If you want to roll it at a higher than basic, you have to announce before you roll.
But also, are you expert with medicine?
Yep.
Okay. So be aware, you can, if you want to, set yourself instead of the normal DC of 15, because you're expert, you can choose to give yourself a DC of, I think it's 20. Yeah, if you're expert, you can set a DC of 20, which would then mean you get 2d8 plus 10 on a success.
Right.
In your case, like
48 fine.
with plus 11, it becomes a bit of a around about 50-50 chance of doing 2d8 plus 10 versus potentially 25% chance of doing 48 kind of stuff. So
Well, I got 18 anyway.
yeah, so that's good.
And
I mean, technically,
you healed
if
18
you have a
damage.
full night's sleep, if I probably get hit anyway. So.
No, you don't in Pathfinder. You only heal back your level on a full night's sleep.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so what was Sparky's and Nexar's fortitude saving throw?
22.
19.
19. Okay, so that's interesting. Yeah.
Would you like to tell me what this is? I have no idea what happened last session. So
Apparently, having all these thoughts about Nexar has made Sparky quite sick. You're now sickened.
me or Nexar?
Sparky.
Sparky's sick of Nexar, is that right?
No, well, Sparky's feeling ill. Whether it's the thought of Dexar?
Ill and
You have the sickened condition.
okay. Well,
Pregnant already.
It's morning sickness.
Yeah.
but you did.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, tell us roll. Yeah, pretty certain. Okay. I just did a flat roll. Okay, man.
Yep.
My intimidating glare is so powerful. That's all I need.
Well, I have the cravings for stuff at the moment. Yeah.
Wants that food that's on the ground outside.
So at the moment, you can't even eat. You are literally sickened.
Oh. You know that was it? Which I went to the Phrasmo kind of church last time, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Can I, after we've kind of got rid, can I say, look, I'm just going to go out to see somebody just to see a priest I feel a bit there and go for a walk there? Or
You can if you wish to.
yeah. Once we once everyone gets up and all that, I'll just say to everyone, look, I'm feeling not too well, I'm just going to go over there. So,
But, okay, like it was certainly something that to the afternoon, Cordell was basically planning on pulling out his bag and pulling out all the books so he could be a bit more sorted and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and bits and pieces. So, yeah, does Sparky feel sick in the next morning, or does she feel sick that afternoon, evening?
That afternoon, evening.
Okay, right. So not actually after a rest as such, just after a time to actually
Sit down.
sit down and think, oh my God, how close was that?
Mhm.
So,
By the way, you ready yourself, kid. For the afternoon, for the afternoon.
we missed that last word there.
Oh, yeah.
calling out, you said, is he? That's anyway, I'm going off to the church. Whatever you said, I'm just ignoring it. So that's what you do.
So you're going to go up to the church in the evening?
Yeah, because I was going to say, look, I'm going up to the church for asthma. I feel a bit uncertain. I'm not sure what happened. I might just get them to check me over. I'll come back. If people want to come, if someone else coming, they can, but I'm happy to go by myself.
Yeah, certainly, the streets seem relatively quiet for the city at the present time, do they? There's no particular concerns?
There's still a bit of unrest and anger in the city, especially for nobility and those who would question the Great Pinwinkle.
Mm-hmm. So,
I feel safe enough to go. So, but I'm just, if someone else coming with, I can.
Who wishes to go see the Lady of Graves?
Yeah, one is actually a noble, so hard.
and Bella doesn't really like the idea either, is that right?
Whatever you guys want to
Yeah, maybe that too.
So I'll head off there because I had a good talk to them last time. I am taking the 2 things.
Hi there, guys. Sorry, I was away for a moment.
I was going to take those 2 things I wanted somebody to look over on the strange tool and the dagger with me. Just to have a quick ask while I'm there, but I'm going to see if I can work out why I'm sick. Just asking me. If it's too much money or it's too expensive or something, I said, look, thank you anyway. But yeah. I thought that might be nice to me after what we did, kind of thing. So.
Well, you didn't do it for them, you did it for the city. You basically took a body from the graveyard.
But we also killed a necromancer, which I thought would be good, would make them happy. So.
You didn't actually tell them that?
Well, I'm going to, so when I get there. That's where to go. If it doesn't work, I'll just come back. So.
All good. Okay, so heading there. Is anyone going with him?
So after Cornard sorted out his bag and the books and things like that sort of stuff, so then people can look at if they need to, but he basically gone out to the backyard to try and steer him, dash his shield back together again a bit and fix it up a bit after the damage it took. So.
That is fair.
Nex is distracted, shuffling and trying to redeal his cards.
And somehow you keep getting the lover shop every time. You really are getting annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you should use some of those half-price tickets sitting on the table.
No, we still hate Pinwinkle, okay?
Hey, you sure you could probably get in for free?
It's true, but it's still well, it's my house. Well, my family's house. No.
So many conflicting ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the
Plus,
spider.
the prostitutes are on contraceptive spells.
I was going to say the Spider King can probably help you out.
Who's the Spider King?
Remember the one that we like on those boats that we had to get some information out of the Spider King without actually turned out we couldn't kill him because he was providing effective competition for Pinwinkle. But one of the services he provided on one of the boats was something could help settle Necrotic.
Interesting.
You can go to the competition. Maybe that's not what the would support your new god.
Well, I only agreed to make babies. I didn't specify how.
I'm sure the wording of such won't be a problem.
So I was going to say, with that question next, I immediately had 2 thoughts go through my head. So next is going to become a genetic engineer.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Or the other alternative, hey, we just like all these books on necromancy that probably include the idea of making babies from big pieces.
You can literally animate your own dead based on the books you've got?
Maybe I'm gonna start a frog breeding program. Should I specify humanoid babies?
Well, you could reproduce with frogs and create humanoid frogs.
I didn't say I was gonna bang frogs.
I think that there was something because there was discussion in your own mind about the fact that you were going to be a good father.
That's true. That's a good point. Yeah, a good father to my frog babies. And lots of flies. And they'll all live in my house. So obviously I was specifying something small enough that even if I had lots of them.
There was still space at all, right?
Look,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is that if he fucks those frogs, I'm leaving.
No one's fucking frogs, it's fine. Although we both have green skin.
I'm sure with enough wine you won't know the difference.
It's not easy being green.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Sparky, you make it to the Temple of Pharasma. They greet you at the door.
Yes, and I'm just sorry, I saw a picture of a dwarf female and it's not really good to post. So, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
They say, how may we help you?
And I explained what I said. We went down, we recovered, we killed a necromancer, but I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I'm not sure if I've got some sort of sickness at the moment. I'm feeling a bit not right.
When's the last time you were checked out?
Oh, I say, was it how many days ago? It's been 3 or 4 days ago, was it?
Got that.
Whatever, yeah, like that. So I say, yeah, about 3 or 4 days ago, but I think I might have caught something down in the, well, we went down, and I explained where we went down, and saying like, we saw some undead constructs, and I'm not sure if I've caught something from those monsters or inhuman beings, and I just want to make sure that it's nothing too fatal, or whether it's just I need some rest or not.
Okay, so the door guard checks you over. Says, no, you look fine to me.
Okay. Also, one of our party members, when we came out of the graveyard, you guys had a bit of a concern about them.
They have the stench of the of the same stench that Pimwinkle carries around with him.
Yes, you know something funny because they appeared to die. Then when the neck was one way, and they came back alive. I looked around. He was coming back up. I just thought I'd wonder about that. I had a feeling too.
Gods have rather horrific touches when they get involved in bringing people back to life.
Okay. Also, we found these 2 things down in the den of the Necromancer, and I want to know if there are any concerns about these items, and I wonder if I could talk to somebody about them.
Okay. What items are they?
They were the strange tool and the key. The key-shaped dagger, sorry. Yeah. That's the only 2 I bought. Everything else I left back in my backpack in the other place, so.
All good. I was trying to see if I can find the...
Did we say what the strange tool looked like at all? Was it like a...
It's in the old version of Pathfinder, it's the universal tool. So I'm not sure what the new name of the item is. If there's a nominee tool.
Oh, okay, so basically a tool that, yeah, it can be any tool.
But that was the old version of it. I'll have to look that one up.
So it's the Corvosan army knife.
The one that can do anything, and the
key-shaped dagger.
Key-shaped dagger. They look at and going. They're sure that is important for something, but it's not something that the guardian of the gate knows.
Oh, no, that's right. I thought I'd just ask. Thank you for...
Says a lot of crafting has been put into it. It wouldn't have been shaped like that without need.
Okay, well, I think I know the person I need to talk to about this. But thank you for your time tonight, and best wishes on whatever. Yeah. and I trottle back then.
Okay.
If they've got no information. So I'll at least know that something's not with Nexa. That's all I need to know. So I don't mention Nexa's name. I just kind of let's go.
You still feel sick. Reaching back to the house that evening. You hear the sound of banging coming out of the backyard, and it's not Nexa.
No. I first think, oh no, what has she done to Luna? Oh no. And I go, because if I know Pinwheel's involved, I know exactly where the snake is.
Shut up, man.
And also, as you're approaching the room, there are a whole lot of people in strange sexual acts out front of Nexa's house.
What?
Wow, this escalated.
Apparently, the food it has aphrodisiacs in it.
I tried to get through the crowd without causing any sort of, and get straight back to the house straight away.
Okay. I will give you an acrobatics check. You'll need it.
Oh no, I'm going to get caught up in a sexual orgy. Thanks,
As opposed to a non-sexual orgy?
25, I think that might be okay.
Okay, with skill you don't really feel, even though it has been reduced by 1 because of your sickened condition. You make it to the doorway and slip inside before someone tries to do that to you.
Well, no, really what you did was just walk past everyone and said, got a headache, got a headache, got a headache.
No, I looked outside, that wouldn't have made a difference. Anyway, is Nexa inside this room right now?
Yep. Playing with her, trying to draw a prediction from her cards.
I yell, what the hell have you done? I'll look at Nexa and go, what the hell did you do?
Victor, can you move your mic from the fan, please?
Oh, sorry.
I think Annie's on here.
Or Annie's fallen asleep on the table.
Annie is not on mute.
This was the best story.
I'll just poke her. No, in a message. Just want to put it out there, guys. Thank you.
That also has different connotations.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so yes, you enter the room and Nectar is ignoring you.
It's called her outside.
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
When Nexa got hit by that stupid woofy thingy creature, her head was turned one way when I dragged her out of the combat. Then I turned back, she's up the street.
Who are you telling this to?
Bella, because you're outside.
Okay.
So,
He would be in the front room as well, not outside, otherwise you'd be making another roll.
Yeah, Bella, Barrack, and Luna, I say.
It wouldn't be the first time one of our members of the party has died and come back alive. I don't know what concerns you so much. It's just,
I think she may have been brought back to life by Pinwheel. He being brought back to Pinwheel. Is that not a concern?
Oh well, at least he's brought back.
No, how do you know that?
I went
That's
to see some. I was feeling a bit sick. I went to see some clerics for asthma, and they mentioned they noticed this when he walked outside the graveyard. So I just thought I'd mention it.
What?
Look, I'm just saying. Just look outside the front door.
I was brought back by some god too. Don't see that being a concern. Nobody asked me about that. I died.
Have you noticed what's outside the front door right now?
No, no one's been outside because it's too worried about getting it strung up by locals.
I suggest you look outside the window, please.
Oh, okay. Bella, look outside the window.
Okay, you see basically a street orgy, very similar to the temple outside the front of the Temple of Lust.
I need to go investigate. Bella, excellent. Be out.
Okay, so you join in?
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so Ballast busy for a couple of hours.
Look,
Next up, Inmanville on the way out.
Please play the wave music.
Sparky.
He's out.
if I can't find Corda, I might see if I can find Corda.
Corda's out in the back.
I'll go walk out the back. I'll get somebody who seems to care about what I'm trying to say. So,
Okay. Trying to find someone who cares.
yes.
If you could explain that in a different way, like, Ness is trying to fuck me all the time and I'm concerned, it would have been a whole totally different story.
I don't think you would change your opinion of what's happening.
I just find it amusing.
Oh, no, outside is fine, but it would have changed the fact that, oh, you prefer if you didn't get attacked by another party.
I just found it amusing that Sparky walked off, leaving Luna to Nexus Tender Mercies.
Well, I'm not there.
Luna's there.
This is
Luna's
doing it for themselves, right?
Look, I give Luna a look of like, protect yourself, and then in a way, like a female glance of like,
Chase me?
yeah, no. Anyway, but
Then leave her alone with potential sex predator. Well done.
I don't know if I'm confirmed yet. I can't confirm this, okay? So I'm only getting hearsay so far. So I'll go out to talk to Corda. Well, Corda's back. He's shield out, I assume. So
Yeah.
I'll go, hey, Corda, you got a second?
Excellent choice of words there, Mark.
I know, yeah. Not you too, no!
Oh,
I could have said hammer and tongue and a few other things too, but I didn't go there. Hey, Corda, I think we've got a problem. I think Nexa was brought back to life by Pinwinkle.
What do you mean?
Well, the clerics of Pharasma, who because I've been feeling a bit sick, I went to see them to see if I was okay, and they said I was, and I'm confident at the time, at the moment, said they noticed that Nexa seems to be brought back to life by Pinwinkle. And they when she came out of the graveyard.
That has the same taint as Pinwinkle.
The same taint as Pinwinkle.
What do you mean brought back to life? You said that you fixed her.
Look, I might have been mine a bit. I didn't want to say it out loud. I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of the party. So when I pulled her out, her head was turned one way. When I looked around, her head was the other way.
what?
When I pulled her out of combat, thank you, David.
And
Her head was turned one way.
He said,
and
He was. Then when I
when you
looked
called
around,
him out,
you're not there. I don't want to hear about it. Anyway, when I dragged Nexa out of combat,
yep.
his head was turned one way, and I turned around and I looked around. He was back up, head turned down the right way. So to me, that was very quick. But even I can't feel that quick. I'm not good, but I'm not that good. There's something not right here. There's something going on. And I'm getting this kind of look from next of like smouldering kind of like burning through me kind of look, and it just doesn't feel right. And it's like, I've only seen one dwarf ever do that to me, and he was a bad person. Okay, you know, my mum told me to stay away from it. So I'm just look. It might be nothing, but I've just thought I'd put it out there. See, no one else wants to listen to me about this, so no one else cares. I don't want to worry about that.
So what you're saying is Nexa died and we brought something back with us without you giving any indication there was a problem.
oh god damn it!
Well, no, I believe this is the same Nexa that we had before, but just with maybe. I don't know how this life and death thing works. That's not my speciality. I just kill things usually, or try to open locks and doors and, you know, write things down. I haven't experienced this before. I believe you guys have experienced it before with Pinwinkel.
Yes,
And
yeah.
that's the.
Unlike Pinwinkel, something new didn't crawl out of the body.
No, this just seemed to be just like it just woke back up again, and I don't know. I assume it's still Dexa, but I don't know what. But considering they said there's a taint of Pinwinkel on it, I'm not sure if this Pinwinkel has that kind of power. I don't know this Pinwinkel well enough. You guys know more this Pinwinkel. I thought it was just a sick halfling who had some sexual innuendo favour thingamajig going on with him. So
No, I've told you about the fact that Pinwinkel, the only reason that we haven't gone back and killed him is because he was invulnerable.
oh,
I
so
broke the sword over its back when it was still just newly formed.
I
A magical sword.
So, and if we have a party member with the taint of
And as I say, you just ignored the happening again?
look, I didn't know this had the taint of Pinwinkel till I went to see the clerics before, okay? When I went out, because I was feeling a bit real. So I'm informing you guys now. I'm not informing you like 20 days later. I'm telling you how many hours after we came out of the thing. I think I'm being pretty nice about this whole situation here.
Except, of course, for the fact that you said that there was no problem initially.
Well, we're busy in the dungeon where we get people chasing us, so I want us to get out of there, okay? I didn't think it was important back then, okay? It's important now.
If you were happy to claim
Look,
their
I don't care.
powers.
Look, you don't want to know about it, I'm just going to walk straight out back inside, okay? I don't want to know that. I'm worried about Luna now.
I would have wanted to know about it more when it first happened.
Look, get over it and I'll just walk back inside.
Cordo's going to go inside and talk to sit down with Dexa and ask.
Do we have an Annie back now?
She's not replied, she fell asleep again.
Okay.
Last time too.
Nixa is completely non-responsive, head on the table. Snoring.
Mm-hmm.
It's strange.
And then about half an hour later, in comes Balath, dishevelled.
Finding Dexa asleep at the table, Corda will pick him up and put him to bed.
Mm-hmm. You do notice Nexar's head sits at an odd angle.
Oof.
That's not creepy at all.
By the looks of things, the neck is still broken.
Well, that's fixable.
Okay,
Yeah, I can't actually fix that.
so what you're saying is that when Corda picks up Dexa, without necessarily thinking that have to hold the head carefully,
Like a baby.
the head appears to go slightly off center.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So Corda will put Dexa to bed,
And as you put Nexar to bed, he wakes up and the head aligns itself as he wakes.
Creepy.
So just for you know, every time you fall asleep or are unconscious, your head no longer supports itself and is basically parallel to your body.
Mm-hmm.
As you Nexar's waking up again. Tired were we? You fell asleep at the table?
Is that a question?
It's a question towards Nexar, yes.
Or is Annie falling asleep again?
Take that as yes.
So until Annie responds again, I will say Nexar falls back to sleep again.
Okay. In which case then, Corda will be calling the others in particular Bella, the resident medic.
His neck is broken. I have no spells to fix it. Nectar is probably dead. That's not good.
And yet,
Bella checks for a pulse.
There is a pulse.
Wow. She's not dead. Wow. That's good thing. That's hilarious.
And you can actually feel the
Should be dead.
and where you're actually checking the pulse, you can actually feel the bottom of the spinal cord.
Yeah, Bella will feel around to find them all. Where the broken is.
Okay, so you can actually feel that the spinal cord has actually been separated.
Wow. Nectar should be really dead. Like, dead. That's not cool. But hey, who am I to me? Who am I to argue? Fuck out here.
is there a temple of Saran Ray in Formosa?
There is not.
I wouldn't take Nectar anywhere near a temple of an opposing god. In fact, going to outright demand you go.
Well, I was going for Saran Ray, actually, the goddess of healing and life.
Yes, but there is only one thing keeping Nectar alive, and that is like the power of this hot demon. That has brought him back.
But you said that she's not alive.
Yes, I guarantee you, just as it just happened, that if he wakes up, he'll come good again. But if you take it into a church and opposing God, well, it's nothing to agree with. Fuck it. I dare say that we may lose Nectar. I mean, it makes sense for it.
I think what he's trying to say, he'll be fucked.
I mean, not literally, not if it goes to a wrong church.
No, but, oh yeah, but, I suppose it's really a question for Nectar to work out when he's up, whether he wants to, we mention this to him, and whether he wants to get it fixed by supposedly his new deity.
Absolutely. Put next to the bed, I don't want to think about that. It's quite disturbing. Also, look at his neck, it's gross.
Yeah, look, us, two female members of the party would like to make sure we keep a distance away from Nectar at the moment, so we're going to stay in the other room. Luna, come and follow me.
I follow him.
You gotta follow her. So we're both females there. Victor, so...
We're going to follow his Nectar.
So we'll be making sure if, like, Nectar's in one room, we're going to be in the other room for a little bit, so we know what's going on.
So the churches that you're expected to see in the region, Jeremy, are Abadar, Calistria, Caden, Desna, Eristil, Gosra, Lamastu, Norberga, Pharasma, Othoa, and Zonkerthon. They're the only religions that have set up shop in the region.
Yeah.
You'll find some odd ones in various other cities. So you might find a Asmodeus one here because it being Cheliax.
Yeah.
But besides that, you wouldn't expect anyone else.
Okay. Well, can we trust whatever is currently happening in the body?
Look, I'm going to break it out here. I am also a victim of God bringing me back alive. And I haven't really changed. So I'm just guessing that old Fox Demon has made Nectar a little bit more lucky. Definitely a big deal, especially he's in the devil. A big deal.
And the sins of the old gods of Thessalonia were the gods of sin, so it fits right into it.
Yeah.
Also, Fox Demon and Penwinkle, to be perfectly honest, hasn't really done anything that bad. He's inherently evil, but, I mean, what has he done that's really bad?
You mean aside from subvert and corrupt multiple cities throughout the continent?
What's the adverse effect of the corruption? Sexual immorality, so they're no longer free?
The corruption is the effect.
Yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is that there hasn't been any tangible negative effect. Don't get me wrong, I don't support him in any way, and I hope that he dies very, very slowly. And painfully, and Pinwinkle as well. Well, what we know is Pinwinkle. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't appear to be inherently terrible. I'm sure there's some overarching bad plan, but in the Nectar, I mean, I'm still me, and I haven't really changed. I couldn't even tell you which doctor the rest of it. I don't care, to be honest. But Nectar's just Nectar with a little bit more fucky, I guess.
And with a very rubbery neck.
Well, look, no god's magic is perfect, I guess. And, I mean, it's a god of luck, and a pantheon based on luck, not fixing necks. So, look, we have Nectar while Nectar's away. Let's just go with that.
May I? We finished all our business in Cordosa, or do we need to go back to the city watch to confirm that?
Well, you think you'll finish your business for the moment. You may be able to duck over to Magmar and find out what happened, but most of you would want to have a night's rest to regain your
We're not going
abilities.
anywhere tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, hell no. Pops up a lung.
Yeah, no, I think we'll have a night's rest, but I'm keen to go to Magmar myself, though.
And obviously the morning after pill for Belath.
I mean, Belath has caused many fewer disease in the last hour or so.
And how does Balath cast Cure Disease? Is that...
He doesn't. He absolutely does not.
I was going to ask you, is that I prepared Burning Hands this morning?
Oh, he can do burning hands.
Well, no. Cleansing hands.
Not burning hands, genitalia.
You just need to stand close to the puppy and it'll be fine, okay? There's enough radiant heat to destroy anything. I should know.
Yeah, that's good. That's big, I guess.
Including Texas.
Just... No, I'm not going to go there.
Okay, morning comes round and...
And so does Belath.
And Sparky still feels sick and can't eat.
Oh.
Good morning, Sparky. You don't look so well.
No, don't know something. Do you want to just...
Yeah, alright, hang on a second. Belath used the heal check to test Sparky.
Okay, give me a medicine roll.
Hey, can somebody roll a dice for me?
And I roll a 6.
Can somebody who is useless roll a dice for me? Sensei.
Okay,
Good thing.
you check over Sparky. You can't see what's wrong. She maybe she's pregnant or something.
Sparky, which who did you go and see?
I went to see the cleric of Rosna.
Right. Did an actual cleric of Rosna give you a good examination?
Oh, the cool cleric guy, I believe, at the front said I was okay, so I took
Did he actually cast any spells or give you a medical examination?
Well, I assumed it was a medical examination. Why would I not believe him? Like, he's always been honest with me, that's right.
Because they're useless?
Well, hey, that's a bit harsh, but they did fix me up last time.
Did he even touch you when he examined you?
Excuse me, that is very personal there. I don't believe that's right.
Shut up, I have my doctor's hat on. Did he actually
Trust me, I'm a
while
doctor.
he examined you?
Yeah, how's it
Any
go?
close?
He's standing
Was he any
close.
closer than 6 feet to you?
Was he, Martin?
He looked in your eyes, checked your tongue, looked on your exposed skin, but not much more than that.
Okay, I'll tell him what happened.
Wow. Okay, let's go back to the church of Christ and get you properly looked at.
Okay, should we go
You're
back
right,
to that?
Costello, and you are genuinely sick. If you don't get this, you never get sick.
I was sick once, wasn't I? Oh, I was sick. I
And
was
then
sick
you're
after,
immediately better.
yeah, no, I was sick once and after that drink that you suggested I take. So,
That's called a hangover.
no. That was called drinking a certain drink which wasn't supposed to be good for me. I found out later.
Oh, but that's called being poisoned.
Yes.
And you would feel fine the next day.
No, I went to the church and got myself better. I wasn't fine the next day. I felt like shit. Anyway, why don't we, if we get the Magnum R, we can get it checked out. How's that sound?
No, we're going to get you checked out now. We're going back to the church of Christ where they can actually eat you.
Okay, I'll let him take me along.
Okay, give me another fortitude save, Mark.
Okay. Come on. Dice. That is a 17.
Okay, you seem to slow down, feeling very weak.
Can you carry me, Bellas?
I am not strong enough to carry you, you useless midget.
Okay.
I'll help you here. Put your arm over me, don't worry about me.
You find that Sparky is sweaty and smells strange.
Oh, gross, this is awful. Quickly, come up to the church.
Okay, I'll go.
To the church, bro.
We get to the church, Mark.
Okay, you see a different guard at the door.
Excuse me, I need to see somebody who's actually medically capable.
Oh, that would be me. I'm the guardian of the gate today.
Right, see this creature thing? She's very sick. Very, very sick. She's never been sick the entire time I've known her. She was poisoned once, but then she was fine. Now she is really, really sick. Half an hour ago she could actually walk. Now she can't even stand.
She looks her over and goes, has she been near the temple of lust at all? It looks like she's picked up some sort of STD.
She has not been near the temple of lust.
A follower of the temple of lust?
Clearing out the catacombs.
Oh, mate, did she do anything inappropriate with the dead bodies?
No. I was with her the whole time. Let's just skip past the dumb questions and go to the she probably has something magical level.
I can tell she's obviously got a disease of some sort.
Yeah. You know she came here yesterday and she was given a clean bill of health even though she's still feeling sick, right?
Maybe it's something she did overnight.
It was not because she was still sick yesterday.
I can't help what the person at the gate said yesterday. I can only help with what I can see today. I can see she's got a disease. And you might too with your contact.
Great. So fix her. We'll deal with me later.
Though you do know that personally you're not welcome in this temple still.
I don't care. Fix her.
Okay, so what are you offering for that?
I don't care. Fix her. You said you gave her a clean bill of health yesterday, and now she's dying.
Well, if she dies, I'm sure I'll put in a good word for Esma.
I'm sure I'll burn this temple down if she dies. She does good work for this city and helps display undead, kills a necromancer, and this is how she's rewarded. What will you give me to fix her? Fix her!
Okay.
Use a charm check on that one. Maybe that's this way out of her.
I'm happy for you to do a persuasion check.
You want me to roll it?
Skill and Pathfinder?
You got a 12 on the dice, David, if it helps.
Shall we call this aggressive diplomacy?
Sure.
All right. Did you say 12? 23.
23 goes. Sure, as long as you are willing to pay the price.
And what price is that?
He says it would probably be 20 gold.
Go do it, Victor.
Okay, so Sparky gets taken inside while you're waiting outside. About 2 hours later, Sparky comes out looking a lot better, but tired.
Cool. Bella throws 20 gold on the ground and takes her and walks away.
And yes, they do
think.
tell Sparky that she had filth fever.
Oh, okay. I do mention to I say thank you on the way out because I'm a bit nicer than Belle.
Does Bella know what that is?
Filth fever is basically something you can be catch from dealing with undead or creatures that live or eat carrion.
Cool. Is it potentially infectious to Bella?
It is potentially infectious, as well as once it reaches its final stage, lethal.
I'm just looking it up now just to get an idea.
And you believe that after hearing that Sparky was at stage 3 of 5, with stage 4 being unconsciousness and stage 5 being death. So you basically...
Bella, save your life. Bella, save your life.
Literally, Belef did save his life because he was rolling bad enough to fail each time.
Yeah.
And you needed someone to beat the DC to be able to identify it.
Oh, that's a hard to see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to... Okay, I know what you're getting at. Okay.
No one came close until you got to the Guardian of the Gate that time. They rolled an 18 on the dice. Okay.
About that.
Well, the previous day they rolled a 3.
Oh, did I?
No, they did. They rolled a 3 to identify you.
The gate guard.
Okay.
It's why they gave you a good bill of health, because on a 3 they got an 18.
Oh, so yeah, okay, so stage 1, I felt stage 2 sickened, stage 2 sickened 2 plus slowed. Oh yeah, shit. Okay.
You came this close to dying.
Again.
Mm-hmm.
See, something said it was DC 12, so I was like, be serious, man. So, okay.
It was DC 20.
Okay. Oh well.
It might have been DC 12 initially, but it kept getting worse probably.
Depends on the creature that infects you.
Yeah.
Yep. Legitimately, Bella was going to start burning down the temple if she died.
Okay. Okay. I thank Belaf on the walk slightly back and I go, thank you.
Though you do hear that the church has been dealing with, while you're in there, the Church of Pharasma has been dealing with a lot of sexually transmitted diseases caused by the Temple of Lust.
Not surprised at all on that one.
But the disease does make
Look,
the
Bobby,
person...
if I get sick, you're going to have to find me help.
Look, I've got some gold to pay for the 20 gold, so next time, okay?
Yeah, they're not going to take you back in that.
No, I hand 20 gold to Belaf, okay, so thank you.
I don't want that. I just, if I start dying, you need to help me.
With that, Belaf, make a fortitude save.
Alright. Now, you're all useless. Do I have dice roller on this phone? I do. Yeah, I do.
I'll do it for you, David. Trust me.
No, you friggin' will not. What?
I'm feeling good with this die in my hand, David. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't care. Oh, well, I can probably not take the roll of a D12.
I reckon I can beat that.
Was that a fortitude save or?
Fortitude specifically.
I know my fortitude's relatively high, but I rolled a 17. So I'm going to get 23.
Okay, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure you're only imagining things. And you make it back to Nexa's place.
We still got people outside?
A couple of them have passed on. As in, there are some dead bodies in front of your place, still in position.
Fuck. Sorry. Were you involved with that Belaf? I asked on the way in.
I didn't kill anyone.
Okay.
I'd be more concerned about what was in the dick food.
Yeah. Okay. We need to get out of here. I don't like this place.
Not really. We're fine, and the Temple of Lust is everywhere.
Yeah, I just feel a bit too close to that E person at the moment.
Who?
Mr. Winkle.
He's everywhere. He is the Temple.
Yeah, but okay.
He's
no
the
matter
man.
where you go, he will be.
Okay, sure. I'm just still happy with Magnema, that's all.
I don't care. Anyway, go inside. Let me clean this up.
Okay. We should head back and drop the stuff, by the way. Yeah.
Well, let's drag some dead bodies to across the road.
Okay. Now you do notice one of them's missing a foot.
What? What's missing a foot?
One of the dead bodies.
No, you won't kick any goals today, son.
I'm tired, let's go to bed. I'll walk back into the place there.
You're walking back into the place as you're saying that, and next guy turns around.
And you see Puppy in the corner munching away on something.
Oh, he's such a good boy.
Good puppy.
You do notice it's a foot in his mouth.
Good puppy, I say. I say good puppy.
Oh, coming back inside. Such a good boy.
He lights up happily. Happy flames.
Go burn the house down, boy. Go burn it.
He runs around in circles, singeing the floor.
Oh, well. It's a good house.
I assume everyone's up by now, is that right?
Everyone is. And you get one of those, now how are you doing look from Nexa.
Yeah, I keep the wide berth and yeah. I don't like those looks at the moment. Should we get back to Magnema? I'm trying to change the subject so I don't have to look at Nexa and look at Corda.
When our mission here in Corus is complete?
Yeah, I'd just like to go back to Magnema, maybe ask a few questions. People in the Pathfinder Society, and give it a casual look at Nexa and look back at Corda.
Certainly Cordar is looking to have a discussion with Nexa in the morning about exactly what it was that he apparently experienced, and discuss the fact that as soon as you go to sleep, you appear to be, your neck is in multiple pieces. So I'm happy that the discussion will be when Annie's actually more alert, but yes.
That is fine, and you are still freaked out that when every time Nexa wakes up, their head twists with a horrible grinding sound before he wakes.
So,
But his personality is consistent. Is that right?
It is consistent, just a little hornier.
Okay.
Could be worse.
Because one of the discussions that Cordar would have with him is that, like, if he explains the fact that, oh yes, well apparently Pinwinkle allowed me to return.
Oh, Nexa would most likely say something resembling Pinwinkle.
Okay, but either way, so the sense that, yes, the sense of why would you accept it from him and not from a proper god?
I guess that's where you'd find out next. It doesn't really follow any gods.
So, I'm sure Gordon would have helped you.
So do you want to
No one cares, and we're going to Magnum. It's boring.
Come on, let's get going.
So, well, I believe that we probably should at least go via Cressida and ensure that things did get sorted with the Shoanti.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay, you stop by in the morning. You're just trying to find where I put all these books around me.
I mean, presumably it's okay because apparently the city hasn't been overrun or attacked. So,
I mean, no one.
Yeah, the Shoanti probably will trash this place.
Okay. So as you reach the Cressida, you find out from her that they have announced in 2 months' time they're going to execute Trinia.
Who's Trinia again?
she's the girl that we saved, the bard, the artist that we saved in those tenements.
Yeah.
So, the one that Cordar took outside the city, and so.
We don't want that, do we?
That's more propaganda, but so they don't actually have.
Right, but so yeah, well, Cordar's going to be Trinia.
Cressida thinks they might be biding time to make sure they actually find Trinia and placate the people into thinking that she's caught, so she'll make a mistake.
Oh, okay, so
They're bluffing.
yes, because they announced that they caught her, and now they're suggesting they're going to be holding her for 2 months before executing her.
Yep. Well, at least 2 months. She's unsure. Sometime after the middle of the year has passed, she says.
Is that a normal legal proceedings in Korvosa, that someone who's been sentenced apparently to execution is then expected to wait?
Well, they wait for the whim of the ruler, and the ruler may decide to torture them for that period of time. Especially if they're trying to find out other accomplices.
And is that something that the king normally did?
King didn't have many assassination attempts.
Yeah.
So okay then, yep. But obviously, Thousand Bones was satisfied.
He is heading back to his family now and says he will placate them. He's not sure how long they'll be placated for, but you won't have a war this season.
Well, we should count small blessings, I guess.
He's sure that next season there might be another chance at war because Korvosa and the Shoanti do not have good relations. And both of them are looking for excuses to fight each other.
And it certainly seems like this new queen is a font of diplomacy and wisdom in all things.
She says she wouldn't want to be a guy in her hierarchy after what she has heard.
Has she heard any further issues or problems regarding the Korvosan Guard compared to the Queen's Guard and her position?
She's found that her position is currently okay, but most of the other male leaders of the military are being replaced. She hopes to still be a voice of reason.
Now, when Corda, he was away for a few days to get Trinia to safety. Now, it actually took about a day to get to her family or uncle or whatever it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, you spent a day getting up the river and then a day back.
Yeah, and her plan once she got to the uncle was to keep moving or to stay at that point?
She was going to wait and see what was happening, didn't want to draw attention to herself.
Right. So, now, Cordar's plan then is, well, so I would, the others are keen to get back to Magdamar, but Cordar would suggest that a couple more days here would be advantageous, just to tidy up some loose ends.
Yes, you're welcome to check in with her at any point, though she would like to see if you could make it back before the execution in case she needs to make any arrangements.
Yeah, oh no, sorry, Cordar was basically, when we finished talking to Casita, this is him talking to the party and saying,
okay.
Hey, but yes, they're certainly happy if Casita's got nothing further at this stage. We've certainly got some information to report back to Magdamar about current political events and issues in Korvosa, and a nice library that Madam Hindmarsh might be interested in looking through. But yeah, Corda would like to wait a couple more days before leaving, just to get the opportunity to quietly catch up with Trina and let her know that apparently she's to be executed in 2 months. But is the rest of the party happy to wait a few days in Korvosa still?
I'd prefer not to, but that's me, and
Yeah, I was expecting the party would be not happy with the idea, so...
No, I don't like this place much. I don't think it's a bit of a filth pile. But I won't say that directly in front of Bella. I was just thinking. But
That's a good idea.
I'd like to complete our business, Magnum, and then maybe come back. But I think we need a change of scenery. Exact words.
As a player, I'm just also trying to remember. Technically, they get Constitution modifier times their level.
Is that how much they get overnight?
Yeah. Officially, Corda only got 3. Corda only got 3, but the I think it's a minimum of 1 per level or something. But where was I going with it? Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how easy is the transfer between Magdamar and Korvosa at the moment?
It takes about an hour from Ballas' father's mansion.
Yeah, but we've effectively all got to go into Ballas' father's mansion to get there. So it's certainly not something we can necessarily do individually. So.
Not yet, anyway.
Bella's happy to stay at his dad's place, waiting for Corda, so we can keep the 2 girls out.
Send them off with Nexa, I'm sure that's safe.
Yep. I'm sure in the mansion we can find ways to keep Nexa entertained.
Well, I'm also looking at the idea that Corda and Nexa's conversation that morning at least satisfies Corda that it is still Nexa in there, unlike what came out of Pinwinkle. Is that correct?
Yeah, it does give you that idea, just that you do realize there is that more higher desire.
Yeah. And that she's not necessarily being directly controlled by Pinwinkle, even if possibly there's some influence.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah, like I say, Claude, I would certainly prefer to be spending a few more days in, well, not actually in Corvosa, but outside of Corvosa. But also is preferred potentially to be going separately to the party anyway, so that therefore the rest of the party doesn't need to know exactly where Trinidad's actually hiding out. And yeah, if it is something where we can arrange it that half the party can go through and Bella stays at his father's place for a few days and Corda comes back, then that would work well from Corda's perspective, if that's feasible.
Okay, so you set something up, and we'll find out next session how it works out.
All good.
As we are at 10:30 here,
Yeah.
and we do have a couple of sleeping players, or at least one.
She didn't fall asleep hard on. She apologized.
I might be jobless too. I should have gone like a while ago. I just want to play, man.
Okay, well,
There are certain priorities in life, though, Nick, to remember that.
I know.
Certainly appreciate having you with us, but...
I know.
go work. We will see you next session.
Get to work and see you the next day.
Oh, is that late? Okay.
Okay, then, well. Thanks all.
Thanks all. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Next week or the week after.
And if anyone's in Canberra on the weekend and wants to have a go of a board game, let me know.
I'm assuming, from your perspective, Martin, Easter's not making an impact on the Tuesday, Wednesday games?
No,
Might
no,
have Friday, I'm guessing, but all good. Well, we will see you next week or the week after. And I'll look what's happening on the weekend if I have board games there.
I'll find out what the price for the chat as well.
I really could play some board games with you guys, but it's not too like.
It's a bit harder at this end. Well, technically, we could go on the board game arena or something like that, but
Yeah, there is some online board games you can do, Victor, so yeah.
it's not quite the same, though.
No. Anyway,
Yeah,
I'll catch you later, then I've got to early start in the morning too.
See you guys
Have a
later.
good night, all. Thanks very much.
Bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right.